Yeah, because I've managed to get my headset working on the new PC.
No. Hi everybody.
Yeah.
When I say everybody.
Quiet,
Yeah, you are.
Oh, that's because I'm not right next to my microphone. I'm currently hanging my washing up, so just.
oh, right, okay.
Talk about multitasking. What a time to multitask. Everyone does it at 8:30, don't they, Tony?
When you've had autistic burnouts, your routines and the times that you do things is all over the place. Let's put it that way.
Well, I'll just do it 10 minutes early, it's fine. Right. Let's tweet this out. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez. Don't all talk at once.
Don't worry, we won't.
I know, I'm used to it. Pineapple pizza, get out of here.
Never had pineapple pizza.
Don't. It's
Does
wrong.
Sparky know that we can't hear him?
We can't hear you, Sparky.
Why?
We're chatting away to us and we're just like not listening.
I thought he wasn't in the room at the moment.
That's weird.
He's sat there chatting away to himself.
Yeah, talking about pineapple pizza.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
changed then.
Game of D&D where we had to.
Doobie doo. Stream can hear me. That's
Always
weird.
tapped his mic. It's serious.
Dude, just tell him that Stream can hear me.
Stream can hear him.
Because I can see it going across on YouTube. On OBS.
Has he muted his mic in Discord?
Nope.
Oh, it doesn't look
Nope.
like it.
Doobie doobie doo. What about that?
Yeah, when I first joined I could hear him
What about that?
for a second.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
talking to me.
Yeah.
What about now? How about now? How about
Me
now?
listening on
How about now? How about
screen
now?
Because I've got no speakers or headphones put into the other PC.
How about now?
Try being rude.
Oh, why is it always us?
It might work, you never know.
Oh no, you know you're in trouble. So.
Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I just had to reset voice settings, and I don't, because I never changed anything, so I don't know what went wrong. Allez, allez, allez. Allez, allez, allez.
We can actually talk to you now we don't have some liquor into you.
Oh, it's even better. I can barely hear Joe.
He's hanging his washing up, apparently.
Oh, I've heard
Yeah.
everything. I've heard everything you've all been saying. You think I didn't hear you? Just because you didn't hear me, I still heard you guys. Let me just mute little Spark. I don't need to hear you twice. Why won't it just let me just... No, there.
Yeah,
Lol.
once
Hearing it
more
once
than
is enough sometimes.
Yeah, more than enough. Right. I think we're good. So, for those that weren't here last week, making a habit out of it. Just saying.
Oh, I'm not ready. I'm got my book ready.
Don't give a shit. You've had enough time, sat in the AFK zone.
If it makes you feel better, I'm not going to a wedding just to do D&D.
You're not going to a wedding just to do D&D? Okay, what are you going to a wedding for?
No, it just happens that I'm not going to a wedding. It happens to be on a Saturday, so I can do D&D instead.
Oh, okay. It's not 2 weeks today, is it?
But yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. There'll be no session. We'll be in Spain.
It's not that I didn't not go because of that. It's just
Yeah.
reasons.
just
Yeah.
reasons. Okay.
It's
Right.
Funny.
Mate.
It's fine. I talked over you. I didn't hear anything. So, quick catch up for Townie's sake, and those of you that can see the stream, you can possibly see in the bottom left-hand corner, next to all the characters, we can now see who's talking.
Woo!
Except for me.
Hello.
Except for Little Spark, but nobody's bothered about that, so that's fine.
You know when he's talking.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody else just tells him to shut up. Oh, there's...
There's the hissing.
But it's not showing anybody.
Yeah.
It's just random
Okay.
hissing. No, it wasn't coming from anybody. It was just random hissing, so who knows.
Just like Discord feedback.
Don't anybody change settings. Just because of that.
I said if you want me to.
Shut the fuck up. Right.
Oh, me fork!
For fork's sake. Okay, so there we go. First one of the night. The group of devious misfits, whatever you want to call them.
I like
Bunch
muscle
of
and steel.
Yeah.
Okay. Flesh and
That
steel.
was your idea. I'm saying I like your idea. Muscle
Right,
and
well,
steel.
anyway, it's not up to me to decide the name for your group. But anyway, we're talking of me. Thank you. Carry on. Don't. So, the group went to sleep in Rogar, and they woke up in Rogar, because it would just add a night in the inn. The next day, they waited a couple of hours, potted around a little bit, went to do some hijinks at the trader again. The ship turned up. They went to speak to the captain. They got passage on board. They sailed out to Lakemouth. They eventually had a bit of an explore around Lakemouth. Did we have a map for Lakemouth? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes, we
did.
did.
Yes.
Boom! There it is. So they had a bit of an explore around. They avoided the dockside tavern due to the raucous noise coming from within, the half-ogre doorman on the doorstep, keeping an eye on everything. Evening Zool, just having a catch-up from last week. They made their way around to the Adventurer's Rest. I'm trying to remember what everywhere's called. Yes, the Adventurer's Rest. There we go. There they discovered a few quests that could be taken up. They chose one, and then they went to see Gath's goods. The frizzy, ginger-haired, intense, smiley merchant. I can't remember if you bought anything or not.
Yep, some paper.
Some paper, yes, of course, some parchment. Ember had a little wander around town, discovering where Elgar's gems was. I can't remember if you discovered anything else. Maybe the inn. Found where the inn was as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I also.
Yeah, we went
windmill.
into
Into the windmill, yes.
Yeah, and we went into Adventurer's Rest and said hi to Alfred,
Who's Alfred?
the innkeep in
Yeah.
Adventurer's Rest.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've got his name there. That's right. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so they picked up a quest to explore the ruins in the Southern Wood, and then chartering a boat from one side of the river to the other. Seriously, can't remember that guy's name, but hey, there we go.
Fred.
Nice, like it. Who took them across to the other side. They headed towards the woods with Ember leading the way through. Eventually they found a ruined path, overgrown, which led them to the recently discovered entrance down into these seems to be underground ruins. And after a brief discussion, Ember produced forth some flame because it was deep, dark and dingy down there. we decided that Sion,
Yeah.
took the lead and went first down into the depths below, and that is where we left. So, group of, I want to say sturdy adventurers, but I'd be wrong. Adventurers, what do you want to do?
So we should forge ahead.
Yes.
I believe.
You're not near the smithy.
Ah,
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Hey, come
Alright.
on! It's a Titan Forge. Titan Forge, not Titan Forge. What are you? Warforged. He may well want to forge a new head. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say Titanfall there.
Yeah, I did.
Well, both of you were wrong. Soz.
No, you don't need to tell us about it, something.
We're
So,
used to that. So,
okay.
Sion.
Scion is in front, so you better lead the way, hadn't you?
Yeah, can do.
Okay, so it is dark as you head down these steps. So do you have night vision?
Nope.
Sucks to be you, don't it?
No, don't you actually have dark vision?
I think Sion would know their own character.
Because I had a fire genasi in my campaign and they had like.
That's fire.
I might be because of fire.
Ah, okay.
Moron. Yeah, so you can't quite see where you're going. There is no visible light down here, and as you're walking down, the light from Ember slowly starts to fade as you get 10, 20 feet away from her. But the steps keep going into the darkness.
I just realised I don't have any torches in my inventory. Wow.
That you like,
Can I light a torch?
flip a
Can I
switch.
light a torch though?
Feel free.
Right, I'm gonna light a torch.
Flickers into life, casting dancing shadows around this narrow corridor which is leading down these steps, which, don't look as if they have seen the light of day for a long time. You see some of them are overgrown with roots and moss and things that from the open air. There's leaf litter around which steadily gets thicker as you're moving further on down. Eventually, 40 feet down, the steps stop and open up into a room.
What is in the room?
Sion, at the foot of these stairs is a room, and opposite you is a solid stone door about 20 feet in front of you. The light from the torch just casts, flickering shadows across it. The room itself is about 30 feet wide, so rectangle in shape, old, dark, damp, dingy, smelly, mouldy, like nothing's been here for a long time.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room that I can sort of see with my cat torchlight?
Nothing noticeable. There's some sconces as you're looking around. There's some sconces set either side of the door, one on each of the sort of door frames, and then about 5 feet further away from them, same again. And just to your left and right, either side of the stairs, there's 2 more sconces, currently unlit.
Okay. I'm gonna try and open the door.
So as you get to the door, you see it's about 10 foot across, maybe about 6 feet high. and on the surface of the door, you can see what looks like carved into it. Looks like a skull with a sort of elongated, drawn-down nose. See, rodent-like, about 3 feet top to bottom. Half of the face on your right-hand side as you look at it, so the left-hand side of the face, covered in dirt, grime, and roots, and then on the other side, which is clear, you can see fixed into the eye socket is what looks like a glass eye, the light from your torch sort of reflecting off the surface.
So there's a glass eye in one of the eye sockets, but not the other.
You can't see the other one, it's just covered in dirt and grime and muck and roots and stuff.
Okay, right.
You can't see anything, you're not there, you've not followed him. Sign's gone down on his own.
Oh, I thought I had been following.
Nobody else said they were following.
Wow, I would naturally... Okay, well...
I don't know what you would naturally do, because I'm naturally not you. So you need to tell me these things, even if you would assume. Never assume in D&D.
I'm gonna go down behind him.
Wait for me, Scion.
I never assume in D&D, because that's wrong.
I'm coming, okay, I'm coming. Right, I catch up to Scion.
Well, I'll follow.
Okay.
Follow as well.
So you eventually get to this room, and I'm not describing it again, but it's as I said.
Yeah. So this, you say the other eye socket is covered with...
The other half of the face is just covered, yeah. The skull.
How thick are we talking?
Well, go up and have a look.
Alright. That is exactly what I do.
It's a couple of inches at least. There's sort of muck, dirt, grime. There's roots growing down from the ceiling of the cave above. Sort of over the door, just spreading out.
I tried to dig my way to reveal the eye socket.
Okay.
I'm gonna try cast mold earth on it as well.
On what?
On like the dirt.
So between you just all moves aside, and you reveal the other half of the carving is just the same as the first half. Another glass eye carved into, well, sort of set into the other eye socket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my natural instinct here, and I'm gonna go and light all the sconces, so at least, like, if it does nothing, we can actually see properly as well.
Good plan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go and light them all.
I'm gonna light the other side.
Okay.
So
So, who's taking which side?
I'll take left.
I'll take right then.
So as you both go to light the sconces, as soon as you light the two on either side of the door frame, you see the eyes start to glow with a hidden light from within, and you just hear and then a grinding sound, and the door starts to shift and grind down into the floor, and with a you just hear all this air come out from what's at the other side of it, and you can smell it's just old and dusty and ancient, and all this dust just sort of flies out as if it's not been opened in many, many years. And eventually, after a minute or two, the door just creaks and grinds open and just sets into the floor, and the way ahead of you is open into a corridor which stretches in front of you for about 20 or 30 feet, and then branches off to the left and the right. You are?
Well, that did something.
Yeah, it's fucking quicker than I expected. Maybe I made it too easy for you.
Okay.
Just smart.
Stay on.
Just experienced.
Lead the way.
Right. I'll pick up the torch again, and have we got all of us here? Did
There's 4 of you there.
I was gonna say the Mr. Wormwood actually come down with us.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did. Okay.
Yeah, cool,
Mis-
cool.
Mr. Wormwood was like, yeah, fine, I better follow him as well.
Cool. Yeah, let's just keep going then.
Mr.
Okay.
Wormwood's writing all this in his notebook.
Does
character,
he
I
have
like
like Doctor handwritten or like you can't read what it is? That's all like swirly. That's what I can picture for some reason.
Swirly spider scribble.
Shorthand.
I mean, like, we always say how bad Doctor handwriting is, but then we never praise, like,
Oh.
the people who can actually read it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're carrying on.
Yeah.
Cool. So the corridor, it's about 6 feet high. So Titan, you're having to duck to walk your way through here, and Scion, you're not quite
My
comfortable.
back.
You're
My
not quite
back.
comfortable with the height yourself either, really, are you?
It'd be literally like touching the tip of my head.
Yeah. So you know that thing when you're walking through a door frame and you're not quite sure if it's high enough for you to get under or not. You're just like that,
Yeah.
sort of just half ducking all the way. But yeah, about 20 feet further on, you see the corridor branches to the right and to the left. All of it looking very old and dusty.
Oh, Titan the Warforged, more like Titan the Hunchback at the moment. Am I right?
Ha.
Yes.
So, are we going left or are we going right?
We could do 2 and 2 and play it dangerous.
Let's just do eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Split the party, you say?
I think we could. Like, so far there's been no indication of anything too dangerous. And
Because we walked through a
worst
door.
yeah, yeah. And if we find something dangerous, then like I can imagine Ember can scream quite loud, and Titan can do like some sort of like.
Just
Alarm
just
mode activated.
a point of interest, that carving
Oh.
on the door.
A point of interest for yourselves that I completely forgot about. As soon as the door opened and there was a crack of air, as if something was released, Belak, you felt a familiar tug pulling at your magical senses deeper
Well,
ahead of you, kind of. So at the crossroads, it's as if it's in front, through the wall in front of you, kind of thing.
right.
Oh god, real.
And then bearing off slightly to... No, yeah, straight in front of you, basically.
Maybe it's
Right,
fake wall,
so
maybe it's an
I'll
illusion.
say this to the rest of the party. But I will also say that I did notice that the carving on the door of the skull was very similar, or it seemed to me similar to the skeletons that we found in the other ruins, with the elongated snout and everything.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
see.
So, after he says that he feels the pull,
Isn't it handy to have a note taker?
I'm gonna just kind of walk up to the wall and just kind of put my hand on it to see if it's an illusion.
No, it feels cold, solid, and as you sort of move your hand away, it's dusty and yeah. It's not. Doesn't seem to be any damp. It's just dry, and the air is very, very dry in here.
So I think it's a case of taking one way or the other and working our way around or whatever.
But yeah, you didn't feel anything
don't
at all until that
honestly-
door was opened.
Yeah, I don't honestly think we should split up.
Are you happy to lead the way?
Me?
Well,
Uh,
since
well,
you're.
I
Oh.
feel it through the wall and down. So
No, it's not down. It's like just basically in a direction, sort of straight in front,
Yeah.
where that corridor led you, straight through that wall in front of you. So
straight through the wall. So I can't honestly say whether it's left or right to get where we need
Right,
to be at this
okay.
moment.
Right is
I
always
see.
right.
Yeah.
Left it's
So,
left.
so shall we? Okay, so well, you're leading the way, Sion. So which way?
Right. Let's put it down to a vert.
Avert.
Vert. Right. Who wants to go right?
I do.
Yeah.
That was easy. Let's go right.
I just did eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and it
I
landed
would.
on right.
I would love you all to go right.
Okay, let's go left.
Okay.
Let's go right then.
Okay, so you turn right and start heading down the corridor. About 20 feet, 30 feet. It's a little bit longer than the other one. 40, 50 feet. Eventually you get to another crossroads, turning to your left and right. This time, on the right hand side, about 10 feet from you, is a solid wooden double door. Looks ancient, but fairly solid. And off to the left, the corridor twists back to itself after about 20 feet.
Okay then, right it is.
So, do we try opening this door?
I think so.
Yeah. Good idea.
First, we should try, you know, opening the door rather than trying anything fancy. I think.
Yeah.
Is there any markings or anything on this door?
Nope. Just like a solid wood door. Shows a bit of signs of age. No sign of damp. It just looks dry, dusty.
Right.
No signs of rust around the lock or anything like that.
So who's gonna be the brave person to? Does anybody can check for traps or anything?
I mean,
Anybody can.
Anyone can check for traps. What would it be? Would it be
Investigation check. Insight.
Yeah.
Let me see what this door is thinking. Yeah, go on, make an insight check. See if you can figure out what the door's thinking.
It might be sentient. You never know.
It could
Door's
be a
thinking,
mimic.
ha
Could
ha
be.
ha, I am the #1 enemy of a party named Vox Machina. They will never open me.
Oh, that's a
because they're
chair.
useless at opening doors.
Right, so inspection. Is it inspection? Did I say?
Investigation, that.
Investigation. That's the one. Yeah.
Go
Go
on.
on, I'll do it then. If you
Okay,
want.
dokie.
Stay as I can go. No, I'm gonna help.
For 20.
You-
Never mind.
You're
30,
pretty
20.
sure. Yeah, you were too late on that. You're pretty sure to you that this door is not trapped.
Right. Well, I don't think it's trapped, but there again, I'm not a thief or anything, so I'm just assuming. So
You
who
can't
wants
see
to
any
be the
signs that would lead you to think it's trapped anyway.
Yeah. Who wants to be the brave person to open this door?
Alright, I
Got it.
will then.
Yeah, you give the door a solid push. It just rattles. It's locked.
Right.
Okay, time
Here
for
we
plan
are.
B. Yeet.
Go and kick that door down.
What's yeet mean?
Produce flames. Yeet. Let's go and kick the door down first. And then if that don't work, I've already started.
Okay, who's
I feel like Titan's best equipped to break down doors, personally.
what, the Terminator?
Yeah.
Right, is that what you want to do?
Well, I guess that's what we're doing then.
Strength
I,
check.
The Skynet.
I kick down, attempt to kick down the door.
Okay, okay, make a strength check.
20.
Snap! The lock snaps and the door just sort of flies in. Where you kick it right in the middle, you can see it splinters from the impact of your feet, and you leave half a foot indentations on each half of the door as it just flings open.
Holy Jesus.
That's how it's done.
So,
What do we see?
inside, you see rather large room. Your torchlight doesn't quite manage to light the entirety of the room itself, but yeah, if you You can't quite see the walls from where you are at the moment. But the light doesn't quite make it to either side. How far does torchlight light? Is it 10 foot bright and 10 foot dim?
20 bright and 20 dim.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is your produced flame slightly different?
Yeah, my
Oh,
produced
okay.
flame is
20 bright, 20 dim.
torch, providing bright light for 20 foot radius and dim light for additional 20 feet.
Okay, so your torchlight fills the entirety of the room. Quite bright in the centre, but fairly dim on the outside. So it's about 40 feet long, and you can see against the back wall there's these two suits of ancient-looking armour covered in dust, and on either side you see two what looks to be tombs, two in each corner of the room. About 10 foot long stone sarcophagus type things.
Okay. I don't think we should. I don't think. Well, I mean, cleric me wants to say stay away.
Yeah.
Then again, sometimes there's stuff inside. So, what do you guys think? Shall we open them or try to open them?
I say we don't, because who knows what could be in there. Probably
Right.
corpses, but could be undead.
Could be an acid trap.
Yes.
But yeah, I do
Right.
just want
So
to...
turn back then. Oh, actually, you don't have to open them, but we could certainly take a closer look.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Okay, then I head to the tomb on the left and take a closer look.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking in the armor to see if there's any, like,
So,
symbols in it.
as you see
Yeah,
Titan
I'll have-
wander into the room, you follow, and as soon as you step into the room, whoever was second, you hear and you see the tomb lids start moving aside.
Hopefully.
Knew it, I knew it.
Grinding to one side. Rather like, I don't know if any of you have played Skyrim.
Draugr.
And then-
Draugr.
And you see
Oh,
these
they're easy.
skeletal hands reach up to the side and pull themselves up. We're going to need to be rolling for some initiative right now. If you don't mind, please.
Called it.
I do not mind.
Hell
Natural
yeah.
20.
God damn it.
18.
Watch me get last again. I got
Just
18.
with all the rolls today, aren't you there, Joe?
Yep, I've got a natural 20 for a 22.
I still came last and I got 18.
When I say roll for initiative, what I really mean is wait for me to load up the encounter.
Oh, you should have it loaded before you say it.
Yeah, I know. But
Just gonna,
you were making
shut
me
my
think
mic
that
down.
you weren't going to go in, so I was just going to leave it.
I called it.
Called what? Oh, it saved your Scion and Belak's initiative rolls anyway. What did you
Woo.
get, Titan, total? Cool,
What's
yeah. Ember, what did you get total?
18.
18. Titan, total?
Yeah, 21.
Cool. Is your dexterity not that high? Good to know, good to know. Right, I'm
It's,
gonna need some dice.
My dex is 13, so it's.
Oh, good to know,
plus
good to
one.
know.
My
Right.
dex is 12. Also plus 1.
Interesting. Right, let's get this room built.
Yeah, I still came last. I
Oh,
rolled an
God.
easy.
I'm destroying my collection. Right, figure out what you want to do while I build,
I already know what I'm doing.
which is
Secret.
okay. Then.
Although I do have one
Now-
4 set secret.
What a good one question for said secret.
Yeah.
The secret's answer.
Like, how far apart are the sarcophagi?
I don't know. I'll figure it out once I build the room. And how do you know there's sarcophagi and not sarcophagal?
How the hell? Sarcophagi.
Right, I need some corners. Here we go.
Fine then, sarcophaguses.
That's better. How do you know they're called Gus?
Bruh.
Bruh. Do I not have
Take
any-
off of peeps.
No, just sarcoph.
Oh man. Do I have any more walls?
Just eat.
Oh man. Don't have any more of the short walls. It's rather annoying. What about corners? Yeah, I got another corner. There we go. Right. So it can be a little doorway there. I know you guys can't see the build happening, but tough.
What do you got about
Well,
this
we'll
stuff?
see it when it's completed, won't we?
Exactly. Just need some furniture. Dude, if you have the furniture. Box.
There's the box.
Would you class a skeleton as an undead?
Yes.
Aye.
What the fuck?
He just crawled out of
What fucking kind of question is that?
Yes, I think it's undead.
Well, a zombie
you
definitely
crying or
is an
laughing?
undead, but it's a skeleton.
I think we can go with yes.
Is it decomposing?
No, it's decomposed.
Is it decomposed? If the answer
Right.
is yes, then it's an undead. Furniture.
That's close enough to be the door frame there. Furniture. Cool. Right, so let's get this camera going. Map off. How can we see that all right? Is it bright enough? Let's just
Yeah,
cool. Right, so your sarcophagus is. Do I have anything to
sarcophagus is-
represent? No, let's go with these doors. So there's like one here. Here's your big double door that you've broken open. One there. One there. And go with one there like that.
I thought you said there were two.
No, I said there was two at each corner.
Ah.
Well, one at each corner basically. Like that. And then the two suits of armour at the back.
Oh, they're gonna come animated, aren't they? I do. Wait, what?
What? Your character?
Oh, I thought one of us was missed.
No, no, it's your character.
Ah, yeah, because mine ain't
There we go.
yet.
What can you use as suits of armour? I've got one. We'll go with that. Just head up some random armour.
Yeah.
Okay, so your two suits of armour at the back there. And your skellybobs rising from their graves.
Yes.
Okay, so Titan, which side did you wander over to?
I wandered over to the one on the right.
The one on the right, so you're right, so over to that one. And Ember, you were next in, weren't you? And then Cyan and Balak lingering behind. Okay, so up first. This is why I need to have like more than one thing built at a time. So up first, Belak. Believe it or not.
Right, so
I think we can zoom in a bit for this.
I guess they're gonna attack the two that are the closest, so I will. If I can get into the room
Yeah, easy enough.
and just hide, as I'm looking at it, hide it in the left hand corner.
So this side.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I will cast on one of those skeletons at the back. Not near us.
Okay.
Chill touch.
On one of the ones. That spell always confuses the flip out of me.
Yeah, it's a
Chill touch,
yeah.
but it's a range. Cool. Right.
It's 120 range.
Oh, I'm going to avoid the party chat now that we're live as well. So if you guys want to do anything in the party chat or have any discussions without me listening, feel free. So chill touch on this guy at the back.
And yeah, on the one that's at the same side as me.
Yeah, cool.
Then it means because he's an I create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of the creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against it, so it gets 1d8 necrotic damage.
Well, you got to hit it
can't-
first.
Yeah, well, it's a cantrip.
Ranged spell attack, so you have to roll to hit. Says it in the spell.
What?
Yeah,
I thought a cantrip you didn't have to.
a cantrip. A cantrip doesn't necessarily mean that you.
right.
A cantrip is just
It's just
a free
something
spell,
that doesn't
basically.
take up spell
Oh,
slot.
well, it's a 12, so. I guess
Okay.
it
Well, their armor class means that it unfortunately misses. So as it's rising up,
right.
grasping onto the sides, it grabs. Let me say, yeah, grabs a shield and sort of deflects it away as its arm comes down the other side, causing no damage, unfortunately.
Right, well, as everything's gonna be close and personal, I can see it. As a bonus action, I am going to cast.
Excuse me.
Yes, this is my what I took when I leveled up. I'm going to cast Blade Song on myself.
Okie doke.
So I get +4 bonus to my AC, and my speed increases by 10 foot.
Ooh.
I have advantage on acrobatics checks and gain a +4 bonus to any con saving throw to maintain any concentration spells.
Okie dokie. Right. Where's my?
So how do I play it? So
Live without you. Depends what level spell it is.
it isn't. It's part
Wait,
of the
It must be.
later bonus action.
Yes, but surely it takes. Is it not a spell?
No, it just says it's a bonus action.
Yes, I know, but a bonus action is something that you can do. Doesn't necessarily mean it's just. Anyway, so is it just part of your character class? So it's an ability rather than a spell.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
ability.
You just mark it off as one use done.
I have done, yeah.
Good, that's all you have to do. So we'll just put that on you to represent Blade Song. Yeah, because sometimes you can use spells as bonus actions, so obviously, you know, mark them off that way. Right, is that your turn?
That's my turn, yeah.
Okie dokie, so you're done. Next up, we've got Titan.
Okay, I would like to. I'd
Tell
like
all.
To, I am Yeah, I'm gonna go and attack the one that's closest to me.
Okie
My
dokie.
mate. I'm just gonna go and hit it and bash its head in.
Luckily, the roof in this room is about 10 feet high, so you won't be at a disadvantage as you would be in the corridor.
And that is a 15 to hit.
15 does indeed hit, so as you swing your mace, you make impact with it as it is still trying to crawl out of the sarcophagus.
And that hits for 8 damage.
8 points of damage. So as it's trying to lift itself up, you just smash it back down again, craving its skull a little bit. Just sort of turns its eyes at you and just keeps on pushing up. So 8 points of damage was that?
Yes.
Cool.
And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Field of Faith on myself, so my armor class is now 21.
Holy Jesus!
I mean, it's not much difference from 19, but go for it. So you've got some crazy shit on you now as well, so there we go.
And I have my turn now.
Cool. Ember, you're up.
Oh, okay. So I am going to.
He's going to... Yeah? It's a little silver one.
Box.
Little silver one, it's up there.
There's under the gloves. Going to summon from here. So then
So heavy-handed.
everything 10 feet away needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Does that include us?
No.
No,
Well,
it's
considering
not,
it wasn't summoned within 10 feet of you, then no.
It's summoned
Oh,
at the
right,
way back.
okay.
It's summoned at the back.
So, this guy... that's a 6.
It's a fail, so he takes 2d6.
And this guy... Wow. That's even worse. That's a natural 1!
Oh my god.
Hey.
So that's 2d6. So that is 9 damage.
9 damage each. Okie dokie. Boom. So as your little firefox is summoned, you see the flames just... and bits of bones scatter away as these guys are trying to crawl their way out of the sarcophagus. One of them's just got one arm hanging with a sword currently in it.
And I'm just gonna shout, kill these guys! As my bonus action. And then going to use flame seed on that one.
So you're going to shout as your bonus action, and then what?
And then her action. So
Is she a completely separate entity now?
yes.
Right, okay.
She shares my initiative but completely separate.
Right, okay.
Because it costs an action
To summon.
to summon her and then it costs a bonus action to give commands.
Oh, okay.
So then going to cast Flame Seed, which is 19
Which is 19 what?
to hit.
Okay, right, well tell me these things. Flame seed at...
The one that isn't in melee range.
So that one.
Yes.
Okay, that's a hit, definitely. As she spits this little fireball from her tail as she flicks it. I think that's how we were doing it, wasn't it? Yep. Hits it right smack bang as it, in its centre as it's raising up out of the sarcophagus.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage, and you can see as it hits it, it just destroys the top half, completely obliterates it, and it sinks. The rest of it sinks back into the sarcophagus, dead again. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Scion, you're up.
Right.
So you want to go right?
Alright, not your right.
Oh, okay.
The one that Titan isn't attacking.
This one over here, near to Ember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to go sort of in the middle or round the... Ooh, or do you want to just feint?
I'll feint, yeah.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
go around the side.
Round the outside, round the outside.
So I'm in melee.
Cool, yep.
And I'm gonna try and hit it with the tridance.
You go for it.
That's 17.
Yep, that hits as you charge in. Stab straight through with the trident. Catch it right in the chest, in the ribs. Doing a whopping 4 damage as you manage to get most of the prongs in the holes in the ribs. Just catching one and cracking it. 4 points of damage. Yep.
Yep.
And then you just draw it back out again. The rib just cracks open and flies into your face. Is that your go?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. You don't get to do much, do you?
Not yet.
Okay. So, skeleton turn. So this one, right next to Titan. As Titan came in and walloped it one with his mace, it's going to raise itself up and have a slash with its short sword straight at Titan. I mean, it's a stupid thing to do, but it's a whole 12 to hit. So it just bounces off. The sword just reverberating in its arm, and you can see flakes of bone just flicker off its arm as it's like... Okay, this one over here is gonna...
Did I just feel a little tickle on my arm?
No, because it hit your head.
Okay.
Just the slightest
So this
How
one-
little impact it had on me.
This one's going to turn to Scion and have a slash with the short sword as it stands up within the sarcophagus. Oh, fuck's sake. And that's a 7.
Nope.
So yeah, you
Little
just
bit
get
off.
your shield up as you're just inspecting your trident, like, you know, whatever. Block it. And the one down here is going to try and slash down at Firefox. Can't remember what it's. Flare.
Yes.
And that will be fucking shite. So that will be an 8 total.
Yeah, misses.
So as it slashes down, it's just too low and it can't quite reach. So it just passes straight over her head. And the flames just flicker a little bit in the wind. And that brings us back to Belak. Because the other one's dead.
Right. The other one that the Firefox is next to, has it been damaged?
Yes.
Right. Well,
At this point,
start-
everything has been damaged. Apart from you
Right.
guys.
We literally
I
haven't
will-
taken any damage.
carry on as the fox has started, and I will hurl a firebolt, or attempt to hurl a firebolt, at the one up the back.
Go for it. Make a ranged spell attack.
And I will forget that because it's a 10.
You kind of try and fling it at the same time as it tries to attack Flare. So as it slashes down, your firebolt just passes straight over its head and impacts into the wall behind.
Right.
What is the range on firebolt, by the way?
Isn't it like 120?
120 feet.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Cool. That's fine. Is that your go?
Yep.
Titan,
Right, I'm gonna wallop that skeleton again.
go for it.
Oh, that fell out of my dice roller and onto a natural 1.
Oh, marvellous. So, this time, it sort of can't quite get itself together. It's still reeling from that shattered skull that it's currently got. It sort of accidentally stumbles as it's trying to lift itself up again. And you just air shot straight into the side of the sarcophagus, knocking a chunk off it.
Oops.
Anything else?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use Harness Divine Power and recover a spell slot and end my turn.
Okie dokie. Did you use a spell slot?
I did, Shield of Faith.
Oh, okay, cool. Ember.
Okay. So, I am going to use my bonus action to shout to Flare to get out of the way. I'm just going to use fiery teleportation and move here. And that needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Because everything on the spot that it left needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, okay.
6 fire damage.
Cool. So that is... Oh, that's better. 17.
Yeah.
So this time, as it sees Flare about to disappear and it feels the heat coming, sort of ducks down back inside the sarcophagus as the flames pass overhead.
Okay.
And it just rears up again. And it's a skull, so it's grinning, but it looks like it actually means the grin when it looks back towards you all.
And I'm going to move within 15 feet of that skeleton. Or as close as I can get to that.
Of which skeleton?
That one that Flash teleported away from.
You would have 5, 10, 15, 20. No. So 5, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, you can do it
So,
without enacting a opportunity attack. So that's
then
fine.
I'm
Triggering,
going to
should I say?
cast Burning Hands,
Okay.
and it is to make another dexterity saving throw.
Burning hands is temporary.
A 15-foot cone.
15-foot cone. Results and spells. So 15-foot cone. Yeah, just on the edge, basically.
So was Flare in that?
No, you'd have angled it so that Flare wouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, you're not that
Although
you're not that stupid.
Pretty much, yeah.
What? Whether she's immune to fire?
Yeah, so it doesn't even matter.
Cool.
Immunity's fire.
So Dex save again, was it?
Yes, on 14.
And that's a 5.
So that is... that's 13 damage.
Oh, so this one, as you see, yeah, insta kill, just vaporizes. All you see is ash just spread out from the burning hands of Ember, and it just cuts and floats across the back walls of the room that you're in, and there's just nothing left but charred bones and little scraps of armor as they just drop down into the sarcophagus.
Oh yeah.
Is that your go?
Yes.
Scion!
Right. Guess the one that's with me, we better stab it.
Go for it. 19, that's definitely a hit.
A 7.
7 points of damage. So this time you just get... You figured it out where to get it. So you twist the trident round a bit and stab and snap a few more ribs this time. And you feel it impacting its spine as you pull it out. Not quite enough to push all the way through, but it's looking very, very beaten and damaged right now. So...
okay, I'm gonna use Action Surge.
Okay.
Never used it yet. And I'm gonna use that to... yeah, I'm gonna use that to attack again.
Go for it.
Oh.
That
one.
So you like pump yourself up, ready to attack again, and as you do so, you're just too pumped up, and you just go straight through it, and it just sort of sways to the side, reeling from the last blow, and you just miss it completely.
Lovely.
Or something like that.
Yeah, that's me done then.
Good waste of action surge. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. So, as the one that Titan swung at looks down at the shattered part of its sarcophagus, it sort of... It's a skull, so it tries to glare at you, but you can't really tell. And it just slashes at you with its short sword again.
What
This
are you
time.
smiling at?
This time, aiming at your shoulder. Wow, that would have been good on anyone else. 18.
No.
Ding! It's like the ringing of the bells in here. Ding dong ding.
Oh, For
So it does
whom
nothing.
the bell tolls.
And the next one is going to try and slash its best with its shattered ribs and its chipped spine at Scion again. Oh, that was so close. 18.
That's why we take points in fighting battles.
18? Is that, I'm taking that's not a hit then, Scion.
No, sorry.
Scion died at the end. Okay, so this one just slashes across your armour, but it just doesn't penetrate and just sort of sparks fly off as the short sword passes across you. Right, now we're back to Belak.
Right, as nothing magical seems to be working at the moment, I will unsheath my dagger and I will move towards the one that's in front of me and attack it with my dagger, or
Go
attempt
for it.
to.
Go for it, Stevie Stab Man.
15.
Yes, it's a hit, so you jab it right in the back of its... we'll find out.
And that's a 5.
Right in the back of its spine, just under the skull. And as you jab, you just twist, and the head topples off to one side, and the rest collapses back into the sarcophagus. Just
Wizard was a better fighter than
enough to kill it. So that's dead.
That's my go.
Okie dokie. Titan. The wizard has
Alright.
finished off your prey.
Right,
Mr. Wormwood.
okay. Yes. Okay. Wow, Mr. Wormwood. I didn't know you were skilled with a dagger. I am going to flank the one that Scion is currently fighting. And attack it from behind in a flanking maneuver. Okay. Oh, I can't. Why can't I? Here. Hang on, sorry. Let me.
Have dice failed?
Oh,
Error,
no,
error
there we go.
404, dice fail?
Error 404, yes. Right, that is a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. I've got advantage because I'm flanking.
I
Natural 20.
wouldn't. I wouldn't worry, because what is your strength bonus to damage?
Plus 4.
Yeah, how are we going to finish it then?
Okay then. I am going to. I'm going to raise my mace up and I'm going to say, "The undead are not welcome here." And then I am going to smash its head with. Yeah. I'm going to smash down on its head.
Okay, so as you smash down, you see the head sort of crumples and explodes outwards, and the spine just follows through, compressing on itself, and eventually the whole thing just splits and falls apart back inside the sarcophagus, and everything goes quiet again as the smell of dust and old ancient ruins come back to fill your nostrils or not, whatever the case may be.
to fill your
Yeah.
nostrils or
What's
nose or-
I mean, I don't know what smelling things feels like.
breathing.
Well, you don't need to worry about the description then.
I would like to look inside the sarcophagi and see if there is anything of value or note inside.
So you're having an investigate, are you?
I am, yes.
Anyone else, or just you?
I'll go and take a look in one of the back ones.
Okay, are you doing it separately, or...
Well, we're looking at separate sarcophagi, so
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, well, you said sarcophagi, so I thought you meant all of them.
Oh, right. I
You didn't
see.
say
Okay,
sarcophagus.
In that case, yeah, we'll do it together.
Okay,
What's
okay.
your investigation?
+4.
Yeah, okay, so you roll and I'll give you advantage.
Right. $17.
17. Okie dokie. So as you poke and prod around the place, is that with advantage? Yes.
Yeah, I rolled twice.
Okay, good.
I
Just
forgot about the advantage.
no, that was same thing. Same thing, just different. So as you poke and prod around all the different sarcophagus and have a look inside the armor just to check what there is, you do gather a nice little haul. So altogether, you pick up 50 gold pieces between the 4 sarcophagi.
Nice.
And each one of them had a little gem inside as well. And so there's 4 jaspers. So divide them up as you see fit.
Right, so 1 each, of course.
Nah, I've already got some jewelry on it.
Sounds fair. 1 each. That was easy.
Also, you pick up 3 vials of liquid.
I want to take a sniff at one of them.
Smells weird.
So 3 vials of liquid, did you say?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the descriptions of said vials. I prepared for once. Sort of.
Gas.
Yeah, no, tell me about it, right?
Right, how are we going to split the gold while the DM's reading his notes? I'm thinking, I mean...
It's 12 and a half each, isn't it?
Yeah. So 12,
That was easy.
12 and 5 silver. And 5 silver, yeah.
I'm trying to find the descriptions. Ah, here we go. So, one of them looks like a clear red liquid with tiny bubbles of light in it.
Okay.
Okay, must be in alphabetical order. Good to know. Good to know.
Like, I have looked into those magic items countless times.
Okay.
I don't remember
I
any of
don't-
the descriptions for potions, but...
Okay, and the next one. So one of them, it seems to be some sort of transparent liquid, but it has a sort of dark charcoal black fingernail floating in it.
Ew.
And the final one, it's another one, sort of a red liquid, not like the other, but as you move it around, it sort of glimmers slightly. So as you move it, it sort of twinkles and glimmers.
So these just in, like, regular vials?
You are?
Are these just in, like, normal vials?
Yeah, sort of regular potion vials.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
I think we need those analysing first before we do anything with them.
Before we just chug them.
I've made a note of them, so
Yeah. Me too. So just
Yeah.
in case you
Before we
stay
leave,
shut down.
right. I think we should explore the rest of this place and make sure we've covered everywhere.
before we leave,
What, this room or just the place in general?
The ruins in general.
Oh yeah, you're still feeling the tug, Belak.
Did you say
It's
there
more
was a
from the...
door at the... Sorry.
No, go on, go on.
Did you say there was another door in this room? Or
No,
was
no,
that it?
no, it was just the one that you came in. And as you're looking
Right,
back
okay.
out down the corridor, so facing towards the door that you came through, It's sort of off to your left slightly.
Right.
Is this pull? So you've got the corridor in front of you, and it feels like it's pulling you off to the left. Again, sort of through the walls kind of thing.
So, guys, it's there's something through these walls to the left.
Well, shall we go back the other way then? And I'm guessing that since this is a dead end, I'm guessing the other way will lead to it.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Don't forget, be on your guard because
Alright, I can hear you,
that
don't worry.
overseer could be down here.
Yeah, that's why I didn't use too many spell slots.
Right, Ember, you had something to say.
Yes, so, before we leave, I just want to go over to the skull and just crush the skull, like under my foot.
Any particular skull?
The one that, decapitated.
Okay, yeah. It doesn't take much. It just crumbles to dust.
But I just give a sharp whistle and flare, like, runs over.
The flames die down. The flare runs over to trot along behind you.
And I just pick her up, put her like a scarf.
Round your neck,
And
as per usual.
do produce flames through her tail again.
Okie doke. Tail's glowing now in front of you.
Well,
And I'm guessing Scion picked up his torch.
Yeah.
well, I'm
I didn't
following
forget
the
my torch.
I'm following the people with the lights.
The light follows behind you. I follow you with the light. As true cleric style. Okay, so as you leave this room, there's the corridor off to the left, which you came down originally, or you can carry on straight ahead.
Well, people leading the way. Where are we going?
Should we carry on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then once we've done this area, then we can always head back.
So about another 20 feet from where it branched, it turns to the left. And you can see a long corridor stretching away down in front of you.
Okay.
Again. Yeah, so now you can feel it sort of pulling off to your front to the right as you're pointing down this corridor.
Yeah, I think if we can go to the right, that's the way to go.
Okay, so you're making your way down this corridor. It's back to the
Where are we
hunched
going
Titan. The corridor is about maybe 10 feet wide, but you know about 6 feet deep, high. So you're hunched down, and Scion, you're kind of crouching a little bit.
Yeah.
But not as much as the T-1000 behind you. So yeah, as you make your way, sort of 10, 20, 30, 50, 80 feet, Belak, you can sort of feel this pull sort of moving further and further to your right. So as you get about 80 feet down, it is on your right-hand side now. And then as you move another 20, 30 feet, you feel it behind you to the right. So as if you've gone past, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you get another sort of 20, 30, 40,
Hang on,
50,
back up a minute.
70, 80. Yep.
Guys, I think we've gone past it.
Well, this
Right.
corridor is just stretching off ahead of you currently. You can't see the end of it from where you are.
Check the wall to see if it's an illusion again.
Or spray it down the wall.
I put my
Just
hand
a
on
bit
the wall.
further back, it seems to be behind us. So I'm wondering if there's a magic door or something somewhere.
Yeah, I put my hand on the wall to see if it's an illusion.
Solid. Comes away dusty again.
Yeah, it's
Just
this
solid
real
bricks.
wall.
Okay. Now.
Now, obviously, when you first came in here, it was off to your left, and then you came around, and now you're pointing, and it's off to the right. So
Yeah.
it's kind of moved as you've moved, but it seems to be one pinpoint. You know, like a compass on an RPG type game, pointing to one specific way. Obviously, by the way that it's moving, it's quite close, but you know, it's just you're that close, you can pinpoint it.
Yeah. I know where it is, but it's how do we get to it?
At the moment, you are currently stood in the middle of this really, really long corridor. You can't see to the end of it yet, but you know what's behind you.
Maybe we follow the corridor around and it goes around. I think that's what we should do.
Yeah, give it a go. Worst case scenario, just come back.
Yeah. Right. So lead the way. Lead
So
the way, people with the light.
about another 40 feet down the corridor, you see it stops at a wall about 20-30 feet in front of you, and it branches off to the right. But before that, there is a single 5-foot door about 10-15 feet just before the end of the corridor on the right hand side of the wall.
I try to open the door.
Door swings open.
Okay. What do we see inside? Leaders, people with the light.
You're in the lead because you've just opened the door.
People with the light, I can't see.
They're right behind you.
Yeah.
Unless you've left them like 50 feet behind you. Don't forget,
like
it's, you know, 40 foot radius of torchlight.
Yeah.
So are you in the lead now then? Have you overtaken Scion?
Well,
Apparently.
I only went to open the door just in case I needed to kick it down again. Which I clearly didn't. So, you know.
So who's going? Are you just
so-
looking in?
Scion, do you want to take the lead again since...
Can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Scion, as you look inside, it's a bit of a grim sight in there. So about 20 feet in front, there's these metal iron bars, looks like some sort of prison chamber. Off to your left, you see what looks like a rack, some sort of torture equipment on the wall. There's all these manacles hanging down just in front of you. You can see what looks like some stocks, and then there's a little table with all sorts of prongs and sharp implements and hooks and things. And there's this cell that you can see in front with what looks like a chained up skeleton in the far corner, with a grate just in the middle of the room, and then some sort of ramshackle bed in the other corner opposite the skeleton.
Okay. So there's I would like to investigate the skeleton.
Okay, you make your way up to the iron bars of the cell, and you rattle the door, but it's locked. And the skeleton is at the other side, inside the prison, so to speak.
Alright then,
I've got an idea.
I try to kick the door down.
Make a strength check for me, if you please.
19.
So as you kick the door, you hear the snap again as the dried lock just flings open, leaving a dent inside the iron bars of the cage, cell, whatever you want to call it. What was your idea, Ember?
So, what I do is I stand a fair bit away from everyone, and now I'm inside the cell with blazing teleportation. I can literally teleport.
So
I've already kicked the door down, but...
yeah, no, but he shouted he had an idea before you said you kicked the door down.
Oh,
So I wanted to see what the idea was. So as you kick the door down,
I'm already in there.
You see just appear appear in front of you in a blaze of fire, as if appearing from the ground.
Hello.
Does that cost anything to do that?
No, it's just a regular action from
Oh, okay.
Firefox.
Cool. Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes since you summoned Firefox.
Completely forgot to mark off one of my wild shapes today.
Oh, is it a wild
by
shape?
the way, I presume my blade song's gone down because it only lasts a minute.
Yes, that will have gone.
Yeah.
I don't know about Titan's random buff.
Feel the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. I mean, my concentration, it lasts for 10 minutes, so...
Yeah, that will have gone by now as well. After you're investigating and walking down here and deciding what to do about the compass effect. Okay, so you want to investigate the skeleton.
I do, yes.
Make an investigation check. What are the rest of you doing while Titan investigates the skeleton?
I'm waiting for him to finish investigating.
Yeah, I'm just stood outside.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
Scion? What were you doing while Titan's investigating? Still eating pizza.
Scion magically pulls.
I mean, you don't have to be doing anything. I'm just, giving you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Can
I
stand on guard?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think that's probably a smart decision, actually.
Okay, now that I've set you all up. All you find is bones. Nothing else. There was maybe some clothing on it, but as your metal hands search around the skeleton, they just crumble away to dust. Now that the air has come in, everything is just...
Wasted a natural 20.
Yeah, sorry. Was nice and pristine, but the air somehow seems to have got rid of the preservation effect.
Is there anything else of note in the room?
Not other than I've already described.
Okay, then. In that case... and there's only one way that we can go from here, isn't there?
No, there's two ways.
What's the second way?
The way that you came.
And what's the first way?
The way to the right. Around where the room was.
I guess we should go the way that we haven't been yet, then.
But yeah, again, before I leave, I just say, I'm not doing this again, and I just kick its skull in.
Yeah, it just sort of evaporates into dust. Okay.
Alright.
The rest of you going along with Titan in the lead?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
then.
follow.
Mate.
I'm guessing.
Or Scion needs to be behind me in that case, so that I can actually see what I'm doing.
Probably Scion, because he's a better fighter and his torch is more light.
Yep.
It's up to you guys how you want to do it.
And I'll go up back so the people at the back see me.
So who's actually going first then?
I'll go first then.
Followed by Scion, then
Yep.
Belak, and then Ember. Is that right?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So, you go back out the door, turn off to the right, and about 20 feet away, the corridor turns again to the right, as I said, just making sure you know that. That's as previously described. So this corridor follows down about another 10, 20, 30, 40 feet until again it turns off to the right. So another sort of sharp turn to the right, and now you can feel that pull as you turn around this corner, sort of right in front of you.
Whoa, steady up, guys.
Yeah.
It's right in front of us. Whatever it is.
But from the torchlight, from Scion casting in the dim light ahead, that you can see about another 40 feet down this corridor, because this corridor is only about 40 feet long. It turns again to the right.
Right, ready your weapons, guys.
Okay. Should we cast buffs on ourselves before we?
What are you asking me for?
No,
That's
mine only lasts a minute, so I'm saving mine and
All right.
can
Well,
only do it once
You guys
more.
get buffs.
Well, I mean, no, I can. I mean, Shield of Faith. Scion, would you like Shield of Faith, or should I cast it on myself?
What does that do again?
+2 to armor class for 10 minutes.
I'm alright. I'm rocking 19, so.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's. I guess me and Scion are gonna go up front while Belak and Emma are gonna stay back, and with ranged spells and things. So, okay, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Okay, so before we go that way, I'm gonna ask Mr. Wormwood if he knows how far it is, like specifics.
Nope.
Yeah, okay.
No. All I know is there's something up ahead.
Because I was thinking, instead of going the obvious way that's actually like out, we could teleport through.
Yeah, you don't get a sense of how strong this pull is. It's always the same. No matter how close or how far away, it's always the same. It's more like a guiding tug. But yeah, it doesn't get any stronger or any weaker.
Okay, so I've cast Shield of Faith on myself. Is everyone else ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And before we go,
I leading the way. I
Okay, but Ember just wants to say something before you go.
So yeah, before we go there, I'm just gonna whisper in Flair's ear that if there's any like bad guys there, then just try and kill them.
Right. Okay. So that's a command to Ember.
Yeah, so that I don't.
A
have to
preemptive command.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't actually have to do it during combat.
So you walk down this corridor about 40 feet, like I say, and it turns off to that right that you saw at the end. And then about another 10, 20, 30 feet down this corridor, it turns off to your left. And as you're walking down it, Belak, you can feel it over to your left. And just sort of moving away slightly. Only ever so slightly as you get towards the end of the corridor, but it is off on the left-hand side now. But yeah.
Right.
So it's as if the corridor has gone in a U shape back down, and then it's turning off to the left now. So as if you've gone around the room that you've just investigated.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, so it was in front, but as we've turned the corner,
It's now to your
it's
left.
gone now to my left.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's another corridor to the left. You get to the end of this one. Wait,
Right,
it turns to the left, should I say?
Yeah, I think we need to go follow it round to the left.
Yeah, it's a twisting corridor rather than any branches or turns any other way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, lead the way, Mr. Wormwood. I'll follow you.
I can't
So-
see.
I'm right
Got
behind
no
you
dark
with light.
vision.
You're all close enough that you get the torchlight that Scion's
Right.
holding.
Woo! I'm
Yeah.
useful.
Okay. Right. Okay then. I'll go in front with Scion then.
Okay, doke.
Follow it
So-
round to the left.
You and Scion, then Titan and Ember. Okay, so this corridor stretches off ahead of you quite a way. 10, 20. Once you get about 30 feet down this corridor, you can feel it to your left, and then it just starts to disappear behind you again.
This
So yeah, it's as if it was to your left. You turned to the left, and
Yeah.
it was still to your left. But now it's as if you're walking past it as you make your way down this corridor.
Right.
But this corridor again is quite long, so you've got about 30 feet, and then once you get to 40, it feels like it's going behind you again.
We've been around circles.
No,
Cool.
no, it's like
Oh my
one
goodness.
long corridor that is winding all its way around.
Right, I think whatever it is, because I get the same, no matter how far away or close I am, it's the same feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like, 1 minute it's on the right, 1 minute it's on the left, then it's in front and we've gone past it. So, I'm wondering if it's in the centre, somewhere, and this corridor is sort of spiralling round and round, and eventually will lead to it somewhere.
I'm guessing nobody's actually been trying to make a map or anything like that.
No,
Okay.
'cause I got
It's not
confused.
it's not so much spiraling as much snaking, if that helps.
Snaking, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
going
don't
to
have
buy
any sense
Foundry.
of I don't have any sense of direction, so if I tried to make a map, it would be wrong.
Oh, okay. You've
I
got an
don't
internal
necessarily
gyroscope. I don't know what you mean.
Hmm.
Okay, so 30, 40, 50, 60 feet, 70, 80 feet. Now you feel it's like behind you to the left still. 80, 90, 100 feet down, 110 feet. Eventually you see the end of this corridor, and again it branches off to your left. Or turns off to the left, sorry. Branch is the wrong word. So about 30 feet in front of you now. So you're about 110 feet down, and about 30 feet in front of you it turns off to your left again.
Right. So
you
Keep moving.
carry on down. Yeah, you get
yeah, okay.
to
Carry
the end, you turn to the left, and as you turn around you can feel it back to your left hand side again. So it's no longer behind you, it's just, you know, like on your left. And as you move, right, you look that way a minute just while I get my bearings. As you move off to your left, yeah, you feel it sort of line itself up with your left hand side as you move down this next turn, which is only about 40 feet down before you see the end of the corridor, and it turns off to the left again.
Okay, right.
And then
Just
it
keep-
feels like it's in front of you as you
Yeah,
turn that
right.
second left. But as you look down this corridor, you see in the wall on your left hand side, about 20 feet down as you turn, there's one double door, and about 20 feet further on from that there's another double door, both on the left hand wall.
There are two double doors, both on the same wall.
Two double wooden doors, both on the same wall, about 20 feet apart. Don't look as heavy and solid as the previous ones.
So the door's in the direction of the pull.
No, the pull is now sort of just maybe bearing to your left slightly, but it's in front of you as you look down this corridor.
Ah,
But these two double doors on your left hand side as well. Both look the same. Not as big and heavy as the one that you broke down in the first instance.
And the corridor just keeps going on.
Corridor keeps going on as far as you can see at the moment.
Right. Yes, I'll have to stop saying that. I'll have to say, okay.
20, 30, 40. Yeah,
Well-
you only just make out this second door from the torchlight as you've turned the corner.
I think it's in front of us, but it looks like there might be two doors on this left-hand side, so whether they're just rooms or not, I don't know. And I don't know whether this obviously we don't know if this corridor carries on. So
This is only where you stood at the moment.
yeah,
As you've just turned the
so
corridor, so
What
yeah.
do you think? Are we gonna look in these rooms first, or?
yeah,
Um,
probably a good idea.
I think look in the rooms first.
Okay, so as you get close towards that first door, you can just make out at the end of the corridor another heavy set double door, like the one that you broke through originally, just at the end of the corridor, about 40 feet away from this first door on the left.
Right, well, there's a door in front of us. Personally, I think we should go through the one that's in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't take
one
my word
Yeah,
for
I'm
it.
happy with that.
And then
one
if,
bit at a time. Let's do it.
and then if
Okay,
that's
so
in
are
the
you gonna
direction of
take
the door-
over as the lead Titan, seeing as you're the big guy?
You're the
Mhm.
doorman.
Yeah. Okay.
So which one are you going for? The one that you've stopped at on the left, or the one that's right at the end of the corridor?
At the end of the corridor.
Okay, doke. So
I open the door.
hold on. So you make your way towards it, and as you get towards it, you can see, yes, it is similar. Why is that not to the one that you previously saw? Big, solid, heavy wooden door. Try to open it. Just rattles.
Okay, this time, if this is in the direction of the pull, I'm not sure if we should break it down.
I
'Cause-
mean, is anyone gonna be able to lockpick?
No, I
No.
can teleport with all of you as well. Because anyone in 5 feet of me can also teleport.
Okay. Alright, I'm down for that.
So then, if we
We don't
do
know
that,
what's on the other side.
but yeah, if we break it down, then we'll be making a lot of noise and attracting anything that's in there. Whereas if we do this, we could be sneaky about it. Because teleportation isn't especially loud.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. I'm down for that idea.
So what are you doing?
I just whisper in Flair's ear, take us through that door, and just in a burst of flames, we all just appear on the other side of the door.
The other side of the door.
Yes.
Okay. So you just appear at the other side of the door. And as you appear at the other side of the door, you all just fall away into nothing. It's the deep pit. Swallows you all whole. And that's it, campaign over. Thanks very much. It's been good fun. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
It would have been a good trap to do, though.
Yeah.
Good
That's
to know.
what I mean. You don't know what's the other side of the door.
Yeah, good to know for future. Okay, so as you all disappear, just read the teleportation spell.
So,
By the way, Titan, your buff has faded by now.
the spirit and each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleports.
Hold on, no, it said 10 minutes, didn't you? Not 1 minute.
10 minutes, yeah.
10 minutes. No, you're good. You've probably got another 7 or 8 minutes left of it.
So, the spirit and
Yeah.
each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleports up to 15 feet to unoccupied spaces. You can see.
That you can see. Ah, there you go. You can't use your teleport, I'm afraid.
Right.
Could I
that-
look through the keyhole?
You can certainly try.
I want to try look through the keyhole
Okay.
and then do it.
Make an investigation check.
That is 13.
13. As you try and look through the keyhole, you can see it looks as if it's all sort of fused and you can't really see anything on the other side. It's all black and dark.
I want to try burn a small hole in the door, like with produce flames. in my
Okay,
hand.
doke.
Just kind of like push it towards, not enough so that the entire door catches on fire,
Right.
but just like a
The
little
entire dry door.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I've got firebolt if you want me to set fire to it.
Still fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe do that, and then sweaty guy can put it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to use
Wait,
firebolt?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just enough
I'll,
for a little
I'll attempt
hole.
it. Right, you better back up because I'm gonna need to back up because it's a ranged spell. So
Okay.
You only
Well,
need to
when
back up like 5-10 feet away,
Yeah,
unless you want it to explode in your face.
yeah.
But yeah, and then
Uh,
this sweat you can put out.
Okay.
Right, I'll have an attempt at it. No, I don't think that's gonna work. It's a 7.
So as the actual firebolt just impacts, it just sort of leaves a scorch mark in the door, and you can see it sort of smouldering away slightly as some of the chips look as if they want to catch fire, but eventually it just goes out and leaves a charred dent in the door.
Okay then,
But
Titan, get
it
your feet
definitely
up.
made a noise as it impacted on the door.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
if
you
it
might
made a
as well
noise, yeah,
kick
time
in.
to plan B, kick down the door.
Alright. I attempt to kick down the door.
Okay, make a strength check.
Watch it be a 1.
Okay, that was a 9.
Oh!
So as you kick the door, you go for the middle, same as last time. You can feel it move. It definitely moved a bit, and something creaked and groaned on the inside.
Alright,
Okay, plan
Again.
C, hit it with your mace so I can see through.
again.
Actually,
Okay,
Alright.
it's it's kicking it again.
Continue with plan B.
14.
Snaps, flies open, and immediately the light from Belloc and Scion cast into the room. You can see it's a nice long room. The door this time is right in the top corner of it. The room itself is about 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 or 60 feet. Depending on maps and templates and things. But you see like a row of benches, you know, like you would get in a chapel. About 4 on each side. And towards the end is some sort of wooden dais with this wooden podium. And stood in front of this wooden podium is this giant, hulking, zombie-like creature.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
Oh no!
That you can see. But you can definitely feel... No, it's not. It's not. I wanted to print it because I wanted to print it. I want to be able to sell them. But I was like, I ain't missing out on this opportunity to actually use something.
No.
It looks like a... It once possibly was an ogre of some sort. But now you can see the skin and the limbs, and some parts of it are just missing as if they've rotted away, and there is like in areas there's muscle showing through, there is bone, and it's just carrying this giant sort of misshapen sword axe type thing in one hand as it turns its gaze towards you.
Oh, holy hell!
What did you say the room was again?
It looks like some sort of chapel.
Wait, someone marry it! Someone marry it!
By the power invested in me, I now pronounce me robot and ogre. You may
Robot
now
and
kiss
zombie.
the zombie.
You may now
Ogre Wormwood.
You may now kiss the zombie.
I'll be perfectly honest. The miniature itself is possibly a little bit big for the actual
Oh, thank God. So I'm not
monster
as big
itself.
as its sword.
But I don't think I quite have enough to make the benches and the pews. So we say pew pews. Yes, pew pews. It looks like some of them are sort of slightly destroyed.
Yeah, not surprised.
And there's your little podium at the back, and there is dais type thing thrown with a podium set on it, because why not, eh? I know you guys can't see it yet, but I'm just trying to build it all together first.
I can, and it's terrifying.
Yeah, it turns its
I'm looking.
baleful gaze towards you.
Oh, holy hell, let's get out of here.
I think there's a bag on there. Can you see if there's any more of these like tables in it? But I so wanted to use this miniature. But like I say, it's a little bit bigger than it probably should be for this encounter. But there you go. But it's just a damn fine fucking miniature. And you may have seen it in the hobby chat.
This one.
It's fine, I don't need them now, don't worry. I did, but now I don't. But the double door, let's put all this stuff back, is up in this top corner with the sort of corridor down here, which is where you guys are. Once I get it all on the camera and stuff, you'll be able to see it. So we've got Belloc up here, and then probably Scion. I don't want that. I'm just clearing up the area a little bit, don't worry. I don't want all the trash in the way. There we go, that'll do for the corridor. Right, let's set this up. Boop.
Oh shit.
Literally, my mini is the size of its sword.
I've seen bigger.
It could grab me and use me as a club.
Okay then.
It's gonna be fun.
So let me just find. There we go. Right. Feel free to roll for initiative. And I shall do the same.
I don't want to go first, thank you.
Oof. Nice.
19.
8.
8. Cool.
10.
10. Nice.
Yay.
What did you get, Titan?
7.
19.
Nothing ever lower than an 18. Cool. Good to know.
7.
Oh! Oh! That was a 19 that I rolled.
We're all dead.
Plus. Oh no, you're alright. Minus.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. Right, so.
So now I know to use all of my dexterity saving.
Scion.
Yeah.
You're up.
Right, I'm making sure I've 100% got my shield in my best hand.
Okay.
As I enter the room.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's
Can I
definitely
get
more
to
than
it?
30 feet. It's more than 30 feet away from you as you are right now.
Okay, can I head to... As I go in the room, can I head to the right-hand side corner away from the corridor?
Yes, down here. Once the stream catches up.
I guess I've got to... Where?
So where its sword is
Yeah,
pointing.
yeah, there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So 5, 10,
Yeah, I just saw your
15,
finger up here.
20, 25, 30. About down there, yeah.
And then we're gonna use my crossbow.
Oh, okay, go for it. So yeah, you keep your shield. And you
Nat 20.
Oh!
Hey.
Yeah, go for it. So that's
What
max
we're
damage for the first roll. Yeah,
Okay.
max dice damage for the first roll plus a roll. Although it'll, yeah, it's
I'll
D&D
just turn it
beyond.
back to a flat roll. Just to make it...
Yeah, just take the first one as the max, and then the second one's a 6. Yes, so
Okay, that was just... yeah.
so that's plus 2. So that'll be 17 points of damage then, yeah.
Oh.
Because if it's a D8, the first one
yeah,
is
yeah,
an 8. Yeah, 17 points of damage. So yeah, you line up. Okay, where do you want this shot to go specifically?
In its eye,
Okay,
preferably.
yeah. So as you line it up your crossbow, you just like find the perfect moment as it turns its gears towards you, release, and you see the bolt just disappear into its right hand eye, and it just lets out this sonorous moan of pain as the eye bursts, and the other one just sort of gazes at you with this little blue glow. And you just see
I don't know.
bits as it come out of its mouth, bits of God knows what, as it's just let out this roar towards you.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, anything else you want to do?
No, I'll be good boy. I won't make a Shrek joke.
Titan, you're up.
Okay. So I am going to. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna approach it. I'm gonna move next to Scion.
You probably won't. 5, 10,
What?
15. 'Cause you were back at the back of the corridor, so 5, 10, 15,
Oh,
20.
well, I'm
You
gonna.
could probably get to about the middle of the corridor up here.
Well, I'm gonna move as close to it. I'm the one that kicked the door down.
Oh, fine, you're there then. No, yeah. Oh, yeah, you did. I forgot. I thought it was Belak with the firebolt. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about confused there. Yeah.
I forgot you're front and center all the time. I forgot.
What I'm gonna do is I am going to use Channel Divinity Turn Undead. So it has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that'll go well. Natural 20. For a total of 18.
Alright, well, that went well, didn't it? Okay, so...
So what, does it just
I think
resist it then?
What's that?
Does it just resist?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay.
It's about time I had a nice roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
in that case, yeah, well, nothing, nothing else I can do against it.
To be fair, I don't know why I'm not showing rolls
I
to everyone else,
will,
but anyway.
yeah, if I use Searing Smite, that's going to break my concentration on shield face, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to end my turn there.
Okie dokie.
Can I just ask a question? I know it's Ember's turn next.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I got a 7. I thought it was
Oh,
a 9.
sorry.
It was
Well,
6.
just before whoever takes their next turn, is it, you know, the row behind these pews? Is that where you're classing it as stood as? That set of squares there.
I'm classing it as stood as where it's stood, if that helps.
Yeah, no, but it's going over like 2 sets of squares,
Yeah, like
isn't it?
where?
10
Yeah.
feet.
So is
Yeah.
it just like where?
It's huge. It's a giant hulking ogre zombie.
So for
Yeah.
aiming, is it like the closest point to
It's wherever it is, yeah. The
Ah,
closest point, yeah. It literally takes up the space that it takes up.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But it's not as tough as its size would make out, if that helps. Right, okay, so it is the ogre zombie's turn. So, yeah, feeling the sting from that crossbow, it's gonna... It just smashes through that end pew. Straight towards you. And it raises this giant sword axe type thing and tries to bring it straight down on Scion. For a 17.
No.
Nah, see. There goes my good rolls. So it just brings it down into the floor as you sidestep out of the way. You see chips swing out, fly out of the floor. And then it swings its fist around to try and smack you with its empty hand.
Wait.
Yeah, it's 2 attacks.
Oh yeah.
And that's 24 to hit.
Oh Lord.
I'll allow it.
Okie dokie. And that does 8 points of damage as it just connects with the side of you. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And that's its turn. So, Ember, you're up.
What? I got a 7.
I thought. So what's
Yeah,
the?
I thought it was a 9. It was a 6.
Oh, you fucking.
I told you 3 times.
Belak, you're up.
Right. Can I see it from where I'm standing?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
You
Right,
kind
we
of,
will
well, you kind of
ex-
stood inside the doorway that was flung open.
Attempt to do a firebolt on it.
Go for it.
God, 12.
12. Funnily enough, that does hit due to the
What?
sheer size and
Actually,
lack of
yeah.
armor on it. There's not a lot of armor, but it's huge, so it's an easy soft target. So you just fire it, and it just impacts
So
with its
that's-
shoulder.
5 points of
5
damage.
points of damage. So yeah, it just sort of impacts into its huge meaty shoulder, and you see it sizzle and cause this burn, but it doesn't seem to have noticed too much.
And that's my go.
Okie dokie. Ember, you're up, and you've still got your weird and wonderful buff on you for the moment, haven't you? Titan, that is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
You're
I've
kind
got
of at
my
the back
shield
there.
paid
yeah,
still.
I want to, with Flair still on my back,
Mm-hmm.
get as close in front of it as I can without being in melee range.
Okay. Ooh, shit. 20, probably there, actually.
Okay.
And then, but Flare died, sorry.
So what I want to try do is pick up Flair and throw her on top of this, and then while she's in the air,
Okay.
use Flame Seed, and then try and land on its head.
So... Interesting. How is she going to land on its head if she's using Flame Seed?
Because when she's in mid-air, she'll use Flame Seed and then try and land on
That would be like 2 actions.
it. Really?
Yeah. Flame Seed and then trying to hold on at the same time.
Okay, fine. Just holding on.
Okay.
So I'm going to just pick up Flair and throw her on top of this thing.
Okay, make a ranged attack.
That is. Should I do it plus anything?
Just plus your dexterity.
So then that is 30.
13. So, as you toss, so to speak, as you grab hold of Flare and just yeet her towards it, she just lands on top of its shoulder and sort of scrabbles on to hold on, and she's just there stood on its back.
It worked.
It seems fun, so let's go with it. It
And
seems fun, but let's not overpower it, that's the thing.
should that be an action or a bonus action? To throw.
That was your action.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that was definitely full-on action, was that. So your command was basically grab on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that would have been my bonus
Yeah.
action as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Okie dokie.
End my turn there.
So that's basically a setup move.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Right. Belak's gone. We're back to Scion.
Yeah, that was fast.
Yeah, well, there's only like 5 people in this combat, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just get
I guess.
Flare.
Oh, I'm within melee now, aren't I?
Yeah, absolutely. Considering he just punched you in the face. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll try and stab it in the leg.
By the way, I'm creating an Etsy shop so I can sell these miniatures.
That's all.
Nice one.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right, so you're gonna try and stab it, you say?
Yeah,
Yeah, go for it.
that is a 19.
Yes, that's definitely a hit. So you're like, where should I hit it? There's so many options. Where you gonna? Where you aiming for?
The knee.
The knee. Yeah. So the one just right in front of you as it's trying to bring its
I used to be an
Sword
ogre
axe.
like you, then I took a trident in the knee.
Yeah, you just jab it straight in. You can feel it go through the meat, and as you pull it back out again, you just rip chunks of meat off from around its knee. Was it 9 points?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's. I mean, it's already a bit chopped up and decomposing, and you can feel that sense the smell of it now. It's just radiating horrible, decomposing sense of rotten, disgusting ogreness.
Lovely.
Yeah, I thought it was a perfect description. What? Yeah, it's lost on me. Yeah, it's lost on me, sus. Oh, right. Do the raw. Okay. Do the raw. No, I'm not doing the raw. No. Is that your go?
Yeah.
Okay, Titan, you're up.
Right, my turn to try and bash it. Well, this time rather than stab it, bash it. Actually, maybe I should. Maybe I should use it. No, I'm gonna save those for healing. Right, mace, bash.
You just spray a load of mace in its face.
And that is a 25 to hit.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, I think that probably hit.
Okay, and
Didn't we not tell you
will-
Titan's a level 15 character?
Yeah.
and that will be a 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. So yeah, you just line up the hit and bludgeon. You hit some meat because you feel the definite resistance, and as you pull your mace away, oh, it's got something hanging off it. Oh, it's disgusting. How much damage was it
Okay.
again? 6.
6, yeah.
6. Cool.
And then bonus action is going to be healing word on Scion.
Thank you.
For 7, you heal 7 points HP.
What word do you use?
Thank you.
I say
Moist.
moist. Yeah, I say moist. And water, and then you sort of see the water close the. Well, oh no, because he got punched. You kind of see water take the colour of the bruise away.
You see the sweat on his body.
Okay, is that your go?
And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. And it's big guys go again.
But yeah, I just realised something about Flair.
What?
She can hover.
She can hover.
I didn't even need to use the action.
Yeah, it was cool. Okay, so she's now hovering above it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So.
Actually, no, let's say that she is stood on his head.
Stood on its head. Okay. So while.
Still ablaze.
Yeah, that's fine. But while she is currently stood on its head, he's gonna try and grab her.
Oh no!
So using its empty hand, it's just gonna try and reach up and grab. So that will be
Pulls out some of his hair.
an 11.
No, that misses.
Oh, so tries to grab, but just completely grabs hold of its ear and just yanks it off.
I wish that did hit because I had a real good fail-safe as well.
What's that?
The fiery teleportation.
Is that a reaction, is it?
That's an action, so when it went to my turn,
Okay.
you do that.
But anyway.
But in this case, you've got this Firefox as being the annoying little fly, so it's like swatting at you. It's like, stay still, stay still.
It's the rule of cool. I'm going with it. But in its other hand, while it's still trying to grab it, it's still looking at Scion, and it's going to try and bring the sword axe down on Scion again.
Still got its ear in its hand.
And that's a 9. Here we go, back to those rolls again. So you just step the other side, and it just into the ground and starts to shatter the stone that you are currently stood on. It's now difficult terrain. I'm kidding. It would be, a rule of cool though. Belak, you're up.
Right, I'll try Firebolt again.
Okay. This Let's see how badly you miss. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go with that. You definitely don't hit Firefox.
I know,
immune to
because
fire.
putting him there, he's covered up all my spells.
I mean, it's fireball and it's immune
It's
to
I
well
know,
codes
but
or
it would have been
squares or
either
something.
damage or
Right.
pointless.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a
5 points.
again.
So you're just firing these little bolts of flame at its shoulder, and it's just burning away at it. Another 5, did you say?
Yeah.
Cool. That's that one. Anything else?
No.
Ember, you're up.
So, technically,
Oh, I'm not doing technically.
technically,
Bullshit.
So if I use flame seed on its hand,
It's a melee
it-
attack.
Yeah.
On its hand, its hand didn't get you.
No, like on the hand with the sword to try and make it drop the sword in pain.
In pain?
Yes, in pain. Actually, not try and burn off its hand. That's much cooler.
Okay. Well, if you're going to try and do that, you'd need a very strong precision hit to do it. And the AC would go up extreme amount. Besides, you're in melee,
Yeah.
so you'd be at a disadvantage as well.
And she don't have any melee attacks either.
Oh
So-
dear, oh dear. Burb, you burbing. How dare you burb.
which is really
Should have had a break before we went into this combat,
I don't
shouldn't we?
know why. But yeah, the only actions are fire and teleportation.
Okay, well, you know, make your mind up what you want to do.
So
When you do these cool things, think about them first.
So what I'm going
You'll know for next time.
what I'm going to do is cast Burn Hands
Okay,
on its knees.
on its knees.
You try and burn them off.
You can do that without damaging Titan.
So yeah, it needs to make a dexterity
I can take it.
Fine, you do it while damaging Titan. Do you want to make a dexterity saving throw, Titan?
No, but I'm
Right,
just
well, sure
saying
then.
if you
14.
needed to, I could
Oh,
take
that's
it.
exactly the DC.
Then, if it's exactly, it still fails, doesn't it? You have to get above it, is that right?
Right. Because with AC, if it's on the AC, then it hits.
If it's on the AC, it hits.
So then would it be the same with saving throws?
What is the saving throw DC?
14.
14. So 14 or more is a pass, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah. So it manages to resist the flames.
And it takes half damage.
Half damage. Slightly resist the flames. The flames were not as strong as you thought.
As I thought.
Yeah, as you thought.
So that is
Oof, good roll.
8 damage.
8 points of damage as you start to burn away at its left leg.
I rolled a 16.
Yeah, it was a good roll, that. So as you start to, but you see the flesh start to peel away, and you can see the bones underneath. It's looking fairly beaten up, even more than it was already right now.
Hell yes.
Is that your turn done?
No, because I still have to think of what Flair's going to do.
Okay.
Could
Don't
I-
think for too long. There's other people to have a go yet.
So could I fiery teleportation onto its sword? And then she could try like hang on to the sword.
Should have to make an acrobatics check to do so.
So acrobatics is dex. And that'd be a +2.
And what happens when she teleports?
So everything with 5-foot radius needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool.
So then it would also need to make a dexterity.
Well, obviously.
And
But so would Scion and Titan. Yes.
is it really just like this pillar of flames?
Well, it's a orb of flame, isn't it? It's not just around you. It's just like. So normally it doesn't matter because it dissipates into the floor. But now you are stood higher up. It's sphere. That's the bird.
It is only 1d6.
That's fine. It's up to you if you want to damage them or not. And it's still a dex save,
Yeah,
so
it's
they
still a
can
dex
still
save.
pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
So then, let's check. God damn it, that's a nat 1.
So You teleports. Orb of flame. Tries to land on the sword. Doesn't manage to. Slips, falls, but doesn't fall very fast. So just lands right next to it. On the floor. Underneath, kind of, the sword. But dexterity saving throw for Titan and Scion, if you please. And that is a 5.
So,
You did it. What did you what?
so
Did you say
5
saving
fails.
for a...
Dexterity saving throw, please. Yes.
That's 5 damage.
5 points of fiery damage.
Wait, no.
Natural
7
one.
damage.
7 damage.
It's 1d6 plus efficiency bonus.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So 7 damage. If you
7 points of damage to the zombie. Also to Titan.
I got. Yeah.
But
And
I
Scion got
Wait.
17.
yeah. So, okay, never mind. I was gonna say I still had an action, but
You used your action.
shout bonus action. But shouting to say teleport onto the sword would cost my bonus action. So never mind.
Yeah, yeah. Telling it what to do, basically, yeah. Okay. Your complicated go over. Scion, you're up.
I'm gonna stab
Complete,
it.
completely uncharred by the flames. This thing is looking beaten, charred, falling apart, and with you stabbing it,
That's a 9.
still hits.
What?
Yeah,
That hit. Did you say hit?
Holy
that still hits. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, no. 5 points of damage. You jab it in the knee again, and you see it starting to buckle slightly.
Guys, we need to kill this.
We need to kill it by hitting it in the balls.
So you go.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, Titan, you're up.
All right. Mace hit. Incoming.
Hit it in the balls.
And that's a 7.
That
Oh,
one
wait, no, hang. Wait. Sorry. That's plus 4 plus 6. It's 9.
does hit. No, I missed. No, I didn't miss.
Sorry, I rolled a 3, and my hit DC is plus 6 for my mace.
No,
So.
I
Of
can
course
just-
it is.
I can just imagine.
I call
Right,
shenanigans.
and that
And
is
glitching
another
into it.
6, and that is another 6 damage.
I call shenanigans.
And
Is this
I cast
Still
healing
standing.
Word. I cast healing word on myself as my bonus action.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, 6 damage to the ogre, healing word on myself as my bonus action for 6 HP, and I end my turn there.
What do you say?
Cool beans. Yeah, what do you say?
I say
Rusty.
I say robots.
Initiate program repair.
It's a word.
Yes.
sentence.
Yes.
Initiate repair. Wait. I'm sure. it's not a
Or just
Repair.
simply repair.
Yeah. Repario.
Yes. Iranu.
Uvavu. Right, okay. That your go.
Glad someone else watched Shooting Stars back in the day. Yes, that's the end of my turn.
Perfect. Right. Why? Freak.
I can.
This thing is getting annoyed now. So it's going to take another swing at Scion with its big sword axe type thing. Still got this bolt sticking out of its face where its eyes popped and leaking down. It's maybe sort of dripping on you a little bit. So that is a 20 to hit.
Oh, if only that was on me, it would have done stuff.
So yeah, you get your shield up, but it just crashes into you, pushing you down.
Ow.
And if I roll well on this... I didn't roll well enough. Could have taken you out in one go. No, it's a lie. I couldn't really. No, not quite. 13 points of bludgeoning damage from this giant sword axe type thing that's blunt as fuck. Yeah, 13 points of damage. and with the other hand, it's going to try and bring it down on top of Titan's head. Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
Okay. It's alright, this one doesn't do as much damage.
Oh no.
I know.
So that is...
607.
15 points of damage as it brings its fist down, crashing on top of your head. You feel your feet crack the floor underneath with the sheer force of it.
Okay. Wow.
But that is its turn.
Holy Jesus.
Okay.
Belak, you're up.
Right then, so it's going to be another fire. I don't know, I can't do that one. Is there any possible way? How close do I have to be to cast Burning Hands?
It has to be within 15 feet.
So if you stand next to me, then you'll be able to reach.
Right, and then is there any way I can do it without hurting anybody else?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because where I'm stood, I didn't catch
you just aim it away from everybody else. There's a cone.
Right. So I'll move up to where Ember's standing then, and I will attempt to cast Burning Hands.
And the best part is, even if you do catch the fox,
Dex save, isn't it?
fire.
Yeah.
7
Yeah. That's misses. It's
fails, not
14.
misses. It's fails.
Fails, yeah. So that is 9 points.
9 points of damage. This ogre is looking crispy and melty as fuck right now. Its bits dropping off it. Its whole left hand side is burnt, charred, flaking away. Smells slightly better than it did previously.
Cooking now.
But there's still that fetid, rotten aroma around it. No, that's just you.
Moist.
But now there's definitely a charred, smoky, crackling smell in the air as well.
Barbecue ribs. Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay,
I'm
Ember.
back to spell slot.
Ember, you're up.
Okay, so I am going to shout over to Flair, try kill this thing more. And she's going to get out of melee range. Would get an attack of opportunity.
Okie dokie. Okay, so where does she want to go?
Just maybe on the bench.
On the bench. Okay, so she tries to dart away from it. Just swings out with its weapon hand. For 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so as she tries to dart away, it just backhands straight towards her. For 15
That's
points
exactly
of
her
damage.
HP.
Oh, bless her.
God damn it!
So as she tries to disappear, he just... And how does she expire?
The flames just split in half and just vanish.
And she just... And she's gone.
At least you want Harold.
Never, never to return.
Really be a fly.
Harold.
Harold?
Harold? Harold would be 2 wings. Oh, she's summoned in a dragonfly.
God damn it!
Sorry, a daddy long legs.
Are you
Because we've got... Sake. Little Spark, yeah, his character's grown a bit, and he's got really annoying, and he's not just being annoying now, he's attacking everybody else. Okay, so that's your bonus action. What about your action?
So, I was gonna cast Produce Flames, but out of rage I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay,
I am
dokie.
now out of spell slots.
Right, go for it.
So
Oh, dexterity saving throw. 13.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
one below.
Okay.
That's 14 damage.
How are you gonna finish it?
Hell yeah! Okay, so just pure rage. I just cast Burning Hands 10 times the power.
Focused rather than in a cone. She just brings the Burning Hands into a focused beam of energy.
And just directly through its middle, just like, Kamehameha! And I just...
Flamey Ember Burn!
Yes! And it just burns a hole through the middle of it.
You see it as...
Flames go everywhere, and it just turns to ash.
Pikachu, I choose you! No? Wrong Ash? Okay. Hey up, DG, by the way. So yeah, as Ember releases the Burning Hands, she brings her hands together to focus it into this beam of flame that just burns straight through the center of the zombie. And you two stood in front, you just see these glowing areas within, and it just burns from the inside out as its arms become pure ash, and it just collapses in front of you. The giant sword rattles onto the floor, now coated in flame, and snaps in half as the thing just falls down, pile of charred bones and whatever else, burned to death by the rage of a green
I am going to do that to you.
Ember. You spoiled it.
Nice.
I'm gonna lie, you spoiled it. Combat over.
Nicely done, Ember.
So-
Nicely done.
I'm just still burning with rage.
I mean, pun, but also true.
When did Ember turn into a barbarian?
So, Belak. In this room,
The flames
you
are
still
surging in my hand.
feel the pull towards the back of the room. And now, with everything going on, Scion's torch on the floor casting light over it. You see these two statues at the back of the room, and this pull is pulling you towards one of these statues, and you can see sort of silver staff currently gripped in its hand.
Right, I would like to go over and investigate the stuff.
It's silver. The head is shaped... Nice fiery flavour, exactly. The head is shaped into what can only be described as draconic. Although it looks a little bit more elongated than, you know, than you're used to seeing from the likes of Zenria.
Yeah. Right, I'd like to take the spear out of its hands.
Okay, it's currently...
Or
It looks as if it is part of... This statue is set within the wall, basically. You know, one of those type of statues. And it looks as if it's currently gripped within its stone... the grip of... Similar shape... Sort of draconic humanoid. I would say dragonborn, but it looks not like any dragonborn that you're used to. The elongated snout... definite humanoid figure, but not... You don't see any scales or anything on the actual arms or legs or anything like that. You know, sort of carved into this robe that hangs down around its feet and ankles. But its feet are bare, humanoid-looking feet, but with long, sharp claws that come out of the toes. Oh, it's outside. But yeah, this staff is currently gripped in one of its hands, but it looks like it's part of the statue itself.
Right,
You shut
so
that window,
I say
put
to
it on the
go over
latch.
to Titan and I say, is there any way that you can break this statue without damaging
can
hers?
Well, I could try. So, you say the staff itself is kind of melded to the statue, like it's part of said statue.
It
right?
looks as if the statue itself has been carved around the staff, as if it is gripped tightly in its hand.
Right. All I'm gonna do is first I'm going to try and hit the arm with the hand that's holding the staff.
Okay.
And
What are you gonna hit it with?
that, and I'm gonna do that with my mace.
Okay, roll to hit.
8.
You miss and break the staff.
No, you don't miss. You definitely hit the arm. A couple of flakes of stone chip away from it, but it doesn't seem to do any significant damage.
I will
Okay,
have a try.
right. I'm gonna try again.
Never mind.
No, you can have a go next if you want. Go on then.
Okay. How does what does a 19 do?
It allows you to roll for damage.
Okay. That will be 10.
Okay, so as you bring your mace down again, summoning a little bit of silver flame fervor, you just crack the arm and it just falls off, and the staff and the arm together just rattle on the floor.
Okay, so now that the arm's on the floor, I try to I see
One sec, I just want to know what Ember wanted to do beforehand.
I wanted to just try and hit it with the pommel of my sickle.
Oh, okay.
I would like to see how a grip the statue hand has on this staff.
It's like a statue grip.
So the
it's
staff
made of
won't
stone.
move. So staff won't move at all within the grip.
No. It's like molded perfectly onto it.
So it's
Right.
basically got to be chiseled, or less chiseled off.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'd like to do then is yeah, I'd like to
Statue? No, it's me.
I'd like to try and use my mace, but but kind of get down and
With the
rather than
sickness?
like a big hit, I'd like to gently try and well, I'd say gently. I'd like to try to chisel it off.
Chisel what off exactly?
So the hand, so the fingers of the hand, so I can so it's got a very tight grip around it still.
Yeah.
So I'd like to try and get the fingers, chisel the fingers off, so that I can loosen the grip.
You can certainly try.
Yep, I'm going to.
Okay. Make a strength check.
And that is a 13.
Followed by a dexterity check.
Natural 1.
Followed by a crit. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so. I was minging. It takes you a little while, a little bit, around 20-30 minutes or so. But working away, eventually you grind out the fingers to dust or crack them enough so that eventually the staff is now released from the grip.
You let me do that with a natural 1 on Dex. Wow.
Yeah, it just took you a little bit of time to do it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not something impossible. It just added a bit of extra time to it. That was all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm a big warforged. I'm not exactly have a steady hand. I'm used to bashing things and casting spells. Right. Anyway, I get the stuff and I say to Belloc, Mr. Wormwood, I believe this is yours.
Right, thank you. So, did you say, it, did you describe what the staff looked like? I'm sorry, I was misinterpreting whether you were describing the staff or the statue.
It's just sort of a long silver staff. It seems to be fashioned to look as if, or maybe it was once upon a time, wood. But it is it's very lifelike as a wooden staff, but the head, as if it's a dragon's head just coming out of the top, mouth closed.
Okay, well, I think we ought to take this and see if somebody can identify it or something.
But it does
significant.
Feel, with a bit of time, that you could maybe attune yourself with it.
Is he still feeling the pull?
Oh yeah, it's definitely whatever is in your hand.
Okay.
Could I inspect it and see if it is actually wood?
Make an investigation check.
That is 8.
It looks silver to you.
Alright.
Oh, hello, Scion.
Hello. Can I do a history check on it?
You certainly try.
If I can see history. Where is it? Oh, there it is. It's in alphabetical order.
Funny that.
8.
It doesn't ring any bells to you.
Cool.
Especially to you.
I could try a history check.
You could certainly try.
I would also like to try a history.
Oh my god.
Set them all.
Oh, I got a 15.
Okay. It doesn't ring any bells, but it definitely looks ancient.
Right.
I got even worse.
Yeah, you've got no idea.
Wait, no, I got a 14.
You've still got no idea.
Well, team, I think now we've got this stuff and we know that this is what's what's Mr. Wormwood felt the pull. I think we should clear out the rest of these ruins and then head back to Lakeness,
Yeah.
taking this staff with us.
Was there...
There's no
did
muss
I
in its mouth.
notice behind... when we walked in, there was some sort of altar?
It's more of you know, like a podium that you get at the front of a chapel. Yeah.
Oh, that you put a book on and read.
Yeah. That you
Yeah,
stand at and yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Like a lectern.
Before we
Yeah, like
before
a
we
lectern
do-
podium stand with the lectern there. Kind of like that. Yeah.
Like in Minecraft.
I think before
That's
we
usually where I
should.
got it from.
Wait, did you
Before
want to
we move-
investigate the lectern podium thing?
Before we move into anything else, I think I'd like to take a short rest because although Sion and I got took a nasty couple of hits. I especially took a nasty hit in the last turn of the big ogre thingy. So can we short rest?
Depends if everyone else wants to.
That'd be, yeah, I'm up for
Alright, alright then, we short rest.
So everybody take a short rest, but as I say, to you, Belak, especially, it feels like something that you could maybe attune yourself to if you wanted to. Which takes...
I don't know what it is, so...
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
But the option is there. I don't know if you know how attunement works.
Yeah, but I think I've got to know what the actual thing is, don't I, to put it into attunement.
Let me see. But if you attune to it, you might find out what it is as well. I'll just see what the rules are, and then make up my own rules from that.
Let me see what the rules are and then completely ignore them and make my own.
No, just work them in my own favour. Attunement. Some magic items require a creature to form a bond with them before the magical properties can be used. This bond is called attunement, and certain items have a prerequisite for it. If the prerequisite is blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah. So without becoming attuned to an item, a creature gains only the non-magical benefits. Blah blah blah. Attuning to an item requires a creature to spend a short rest focused on only that item while being in physical contact with it. This can't be the same short rest used to learn the item's properties. Interesting. Oh, yeah, identify.
So the only silver stuff
Wait.
find in
A
the
character
place.
can focus on one magic item during a short rest while being in physical contact with the item. At the end of the rest, the character learns the item's properties as well as how to use them. There you go. Potions are an exception. A little taste is enough to tell the taster what the potion does, apparently.
So we could attune to all of those flasks that we got.
You don't attune to the
We
flasks.
could find out what all of those flasks
Do
are.
you really want to drink them?
I want to drink
So,
one. I want to
so what you're saying is if I use the short rest to study this stuff,
Yes.
I can tune myself to it without knowing what it is.
No, it's
Right.
different. You'd have to take
Oh.
another hour to attune to it as well.
Yeah.
So you could take a short rest to basically kind of identify what it is, but you focus on that and that alone, which means you don't get the benefit of a short rest because you're finding out what the item is.
Well, technically I've only used one spell slot. So,
I mean, you don't have to say technically, you can just say, I have only used one spell slot.
yeah, I mean, I've only used one spell slot, so I have got two left.
Okay, like I
So,
say,
yeah.
this is the learning curve for all of us.
Yeah.
Me
Right,
especially.
I will take the short rest to study the stuff then.
Okie dokie. In that case, let me just put something in your inventory, and I shall leave it up to you to decide if you want to tell anybody else what it is. So, what are the rest of you doing while you have your short rest?
Trying to bring Flair back.
Rested.
Is there a cooldown on bringing Flare back?
I'm not sure.
Find out.
So, okay.
You're just resting, putting your feet up,
Yeah.
chilling your beans.
Yeah, I did second wind. I did it while you was talking, just to get some health back.
While
So I
who
did
was
a
talking?
short rest.
Because there was like loads of us for a change.
This is why people were chatting, so I didn't interrupt.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
No
it doesn't say
problem.
it has any cooldown.
There we go. Add to equipment. I think that should now be added for you. Oh, what? No, that's... Oh, I need to edit it. But yeah, that is currently added for you now.
But yeah, no cooldown.
No cooldown. Oh
That's
no,
weird.
but she only appears for an hour though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with this, could I use the wild shape that I had before I actually took the short rest? Because short rest bring back wild shape.
Right, yeah. But if you do that and then you have a short rest, she'll disappear again.
I know, because the way I'm gonna do it is when she dies, the next time I bring her back, she'll 1 HP. Because I'll explain afterwards, because it's
No, explain
backstory
before.
stuff.
If it's backstory that changes the rules, that makes no sense.
No, not that changes the rules, it's just that that's how I'm going to do it. 'Cause
Okay,
it
but what I'm saying is, if
doesn't
you
say anything in the
if you
rules.
summon her before you take your short rest, she's only there for an hour, and then by the time you've had your short rest, she'll have gone again,
Yeah,
and you'll have. But what?
she can be like a campfire.
Okay, fine, whatever.
She's a really weak campfire, she's on 1 HP.
So if she dies, what you're saying is next time you summon her with 1 HP.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
because that's only a hindrance.
Okay, that seems suitable.
And I'll explain why afterwards, because backstory stuff.
Okie dokie then. I just need to edit that item slightly. There we go. I didn't realise that was a thing. Right, there you go. And now it should look like the proper item. If you refresh your inventory, and you can probably see it there.
Right.
If that
How do
helps.
I refresh?
You what?
How do I refresh my inventory?
You just refresh.
You
the
just
page.
refresh the page.
Alright.
You silly Billy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can feel free if you want to tell anybody what you've learnt about it or not. I'll leave that one up to you.
Oh, I'm curious now.
Yeah, cool. Right. Okay, so short rest done. Has everybody that was going to take a short rest marked off your short rest?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, so what is your plan now?
I think, as I said, we should explore the rest of this ruins and then go and find and do other things. We should explore the rest of the ruins, explore the bits we haven't been to yet, and then go.
And then?
What do you mean?
And then?
Go back to Lake Nose.
Yeah, go back to Lakeness.
And then?
We sleep.
And that's it.
And then?
We end the
I
session.
haven't planned that far ahead.
And then?
We do the next quest.
Seriously, nobody?
Oh,
Dude.
Team,
I do not get that reference. Sorry.
Dude. Where's my car?
You all die.
It's from that, right? I see.
Rocks fall, you all die.
Well, Bob.
Sorry, I did not.
I hope so.
ever look to where's my car.
Well, there we go. You throw random anime references at me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? There's one for you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. Right. So you're gonna carry on exploring, or is anybody else wanting to do anything before you start carrying on exploring?
No. Actually, no. I want to kick the ashes of the ogre a bit.
yeah, I'll tell them what it is.
Okay.
But it is the silver staff of command.
Ooh.
Oh. Does that mean you can? Does that mean it can command other beings?
Does that
Will it be
mean
the
you can tell us
command
what
Yeah,
it is?
it's got 5 charges, and I can use them to charm person or command them
Ooh.
if I'm holding it.
So does that mean you can tell us what to do?
But do.
I mean, technically, you could.
Yeah. And the staff regains 1d4 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn.
What's a D4?
It's a random number, brought about by the god of fate. which exists in this realm. That was the narrator.
Right. Shall we keep exploring then, everybody?
Yes.
Let's go then.
So as you walk back out of this room, obviously you come back to the corridor, and there's the two doors which are now on the right, which you bypassed to get into the chapel.
Shall we go through the other set of double doors?
Yes.
Okay then. I open the other set of double doors.
Which one? There was two.
Yeah.
The one
So we went
closest.
through one, didn't we?
No,
Yeah,
no,
there were
no.
two
There
on
were
the-
two on the wall, and there was one at the end of the corridor.
Oh,
Yeah.
we went on the end of the corridor. Okay.
So the first step that we come to.
Yeah, first
Yeah,
set
yeah,
we come
cool.
to.
Okay, so you open the door. Inside, you can see two sarcophagus within, one on each side of the room. The room itself is about 20 foot by 30 foot rectangle, and just set 5 feet away from the walls in the middle of this room is the two sarcophagus right in front of you.
Right. So is this going to be a repeat of what we had before? Do we think, team?
Probably.
How's everyone in terms of spell slots and?
I have none.
It's just because you fire first, ask later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use magic. So I'm
That's
just
what-
like that.
That's why I like bringing Ember on a dungeon crawl.
Okay.
Even if it's a small
I-
dungeon.
Kill the best friend.
Because I'm completely out of spell slots.
Same.
How's how Belak? How are you for spell slots?
I've got 2 left. I'm frugal with my spells.
Yeah. Okay then.
I mean, I've still got cantrips.
Do you? All right. If we have a similar encounter to the one that we had before, do you think we
We
could?
should run, yes.
Do you think we could take it or not?
I mean, probably.
All right. I step into the room.
I also step into the room.
Nothing happens.
Okay, cool.
I
Everyone
move
else come in.
Then suddenly, somebody else steps in behind you.
I was fully expecting it.
It's silent.
Suddenly, nothing.
Then suddenly, Susan.
Have you got that book for Jakey and Isaac?
What book?
The children's book Suddenly.
Oh no.
Oh, it's great. It's basically like a child pig having his day, and on every page it says when suddenly, and it makes you think that the big bad wolf's gonna eat him, but there's always something that gets in the way of the big bad wolf, and the pig never notices the wolf.
Well, now that you've said the big bad wolf, one of the tombs. No, I'm kidding.
Spoilers! Come on, I was gonna read that.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you are in the room. Nothing happened. No lids fell off or flew off.
Right.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to approach one of the sarcophagi,
I'm gonna approach.
and I am going to push.
Excuse me.
And I'm going to push the lid off.
I'm
Okie
going
doke.
to inspect mine for traps.
Roll a strength check for pushing. Roll an investigation check for inspecting.
Seven.
16.
You don't see any traps. You, with a bit of effort, manage to push the lid off this sarcophagus as it just unbalances on the other side and just topples onto the floor.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. I'd like to see what's in there.
Cool. Inside, you can see the skeletal remains of what could have been possibly priests. They do not move. They seem to be clad in sort of robes which cover their body, come down to where their feet are. That same elongated skull.
I'm gonna try open mine.
Make a strength check.
So 4.
Nothing. You just... nothing moves. Not even you move. You're just like... No, I can't do anything. I've got nothing to hydrate. We should have taken a break, but I didn't.
Allow me, Ember. I will open it for you.
Not very strong.
Go for it.
And I make a strength check and I roll a 16.
Full expecting you to say 1.
Same happens. The lid, eventually, with a bit of effort, pistons whirring, gears cranking, falls off onto the floor, dust flying everywhere. The chapel breaks as the DM smashes it to pieces.
Okay. I look
Off camera.
I look inside.
Same thing. Yeah. Skeletal remains of what could have been a priest dressed in these same, what look to be sort of creamy white robes with a crimson sash tied around the middle, down to their feet. As you touch the robes, they literally disintegrate around the bones. It's as if your touch has just disturbed whatever was there and it just all falls.
Haha, you're naked.
Alright, so there's
It's like it was
no,
preserved for so long, and then your entry into here has just disturbed everything.
We should probably
Spoiled
leave
it
that.
and ruined it forever.
I'm gonna touch the other one's clothes.
It's like dust falling over the bones with a soft.
Okay.
That's the best prank ever, destroying centuries of preserved clothes.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, shall we move on to the to another room?
Yeah.
Or another area that we haven't been to yet?
Yeah, let's
There's
go
nothing
to the
in
room
here,
next
it
door.
looks like.
Yeah. There's the one next door.
Alright then, we move on to that one.
Doors swing open. Inside, 2 sarcophagus, one either side of the room.
Alright, I open one. I open the one on the left.
As you step in, nothing happens. Make a strength check.
Alright, you try.
As you step in,
Oh my god.
nothing happens.
That's like, I've rolled 4 natural 20s and 4 natural 1s. That was another natural 1.
Cool. Yeah, you don't know if you popped a piston or one of your gears is misaligned, but as you're trying to shift this one off the top, it just doesn't budge. It's like you look around and you see Ember stood. It's like,
Right.
now you know how Ember felt 2 minutes ago.
Action, allow me.
I'm doing it again.
That is a 10.
Nothing.
God damn it.
Oh my god, I just rolled a second natural 1 in a row.
Now, this one's not budging.
Allow me.
Anybody
That's a
else
16.
doing anything in passing?
It's a 16.
Alright.
Cool.
I was just gonna have a go myself, but
Go on.
Third time lucky.
No done. Let somebody
Alright,
else have a go.
alright.
Belak,
Right.
feel free.
oh, hang on, something's gone weird here. Oh, it helps if I roll the right thing. No,
Yeah, it definitely does. No, you're not shifting this at all.
Yeah, I got a 16.
That's alright.
Hey,
I'm gonna go do it again. Third time lucky.
Too late. Ember
got
beat you to
16.
it. Ember this time
Oh.
manages to... What equipment, weapon? What the fuck?
Townie's asleep.
Say on board.
I muted him.
Don't mute him. Unmute him.
Before you touch the robes, Ember,
Yeah, I
can
think
I
so.
just have a quick look at them to see if I can see any markings or anything on them?
Okay.
Tony!
Let's just let him
No,
sleep.
unmute him. Tony, do you want to have a go at something? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Tony.
To be fair, Tony was yawning quite a lot earlier. So it is possible that he could have fallen asleep at his keyboard.
Yeah.
With his face on a slice of pineapple pizza.
Yeah.
Just snorting a chopped up piece of pineapple up his nose and then out again every so often just to give it that added salty flavour.
Tony.
Isn't that right, Tony?
Tony.
You with us or are you just pretending to be asleep?
Sorry, I'm just. Oh, I'm out of
Dude,
it, honestly.
dude, it's fine. We're nearly there. So, right, after...
Like 10-hour shift.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
fine. It's 11:30. We're almost done for now. So, as Ember, have you got a staff or something?
Sickle.
Sickle. Fuck's sake, you would, wouldn't you?
I use it as a
You lose it as a lever and just eventually manage to, with a bit of effort, shift it this way, shift it that way, shift it that way. Not quite pushing it all off, but bit by bit. Takes you about 10 minutes. But you might, while Titan's trying to gather himself together, you're just and just push it to one side so that you can actually see inside it.
Well,
I
this is
win.
rather embarrassing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
But yeah, it is exactly the same as all the previous times. But before you touch it, Belak wants to have a look.
I'm gonna go open the second one and touch that one's close.
I mean, I thought last week was a bad session. Oh, Tony wasn't here for last week, were you?
Yeah. So,
Right.
yeah, I just want a history check on it or something.
Go for it. Or something.
Whatever.
Make a nature check.
To see if there's
Yeah.
anything
Make a
significant
survival
on
check.
The, you know, on the robes.
Yeah,
Make a
okay.
persuasion check.
19.
19. Yeah, there's definitely something significant on the robes. I don't, for the life of me, know what it is right now.
I know it's old.
It's old, yeah. The robes themselves, they're sort of creamy white in colour, and the trim is definitely very crimson around the edges, and there's a crimson sash. There seems to be no markings on it, so it seems to be just the colours which seem to stand out for some reason. It tickles something at the back of your mind, but you're not quite sure what it is.
Right, okay.
It seems to be very, very old, and combined with the look of the actual skeleton itself. Yeah, we're just not quite sure between us.
Okay.
We've got no fucking clue yet. No, that's not a good laugh emoji, is it? So yeah.
Oh, there's that one.
Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Lol.
But yeah, I'm gonna try open the other one.
Go for it.
How does the four sound?
Same as the last time you did it. You try and move it, nothing happens.
I think to be honest, that's all we're gonna find is skeletons and.
Yeah, but I want to touch all of their clothes. I'm gonna try
It
again.
was worth a look. I
15.
suppose.
Just managed to get the lid off after another 10 minutes of. Well, everyone's just like, seriously, come on, we go. Oh, fine, whatever. And you get it open enough to see inside. Yes, it's the same as the rest of them. And the robes
Go
just
to the other
disappear.
Ha ha ha, you're all
Okay.
there.
And a hand reaches out and
So-
grabs.
Now,
So I think that's all there was gonna be down here.
yeah, where haven't we been?
Okay, so you
really-
follow your way back, tracing your way through the ruined corridor, back around the prison torture chamber, back to the crossroads where you fought the skeletons, back to the crossroads where the entranceway is, and there's the other way that you haven't even looked at yet,
Left.
to the left from where the entrance is. But that is where we're going to leave it for tonight, and we will come back to revisit that in the next session.
Dun dun dun.
Bum bum bum, because some of us need to get some sleep. Now you know how I feel most days. I took today off, so I don't feel as bad today. And I'm off tomorrow as well, so yeah, I took this weekend off, so I don't feel as tired today.
I'm bloody awake now.
Although, yeah, this 10-minute nap normally gets me as well. I'll do.
We know that Tony snores now, don't we?
I'd hardly. Come on, I'd hardly call that a snore. That was just. It was like when a 3-year-old snores, you know.
You know what? I was actually genuinely.
It's a
worried
3-year-old
you
Darth
were,
Vader.
Having an asthma attack or something.
No, I wanted. That's why I wasn't sure if he was actually pretending or not. That's why I went along with the pizza description, because you know.
Like how it was the 10 pizza that did wake me up though.
Yeah. With the pineapple. With the pineapple up his nose, you know.
Yeah, that doesn't work on me because I like pineapple on pizza.
I love pineapple
Right.
pizza.
How do we ban on Discord again?
Fall asleep during a session,
Each to their own. Oh wow, that was a good one. Each to their own. I'm glad we clipped that. Thank you, DG. But yes, that is it for the stream tonight. So I am going to call it there. Hopefully, we'll see you all again to find out what's in the rest of the ruins and see what can happen next time on D&D with Sparky and Co. Yeah, we still haven't thought. Keep thinking about a name for the party, because you know you've got contracts to fulfill and stuff.
I mean,
Moist
as
warriors.
as I said, I really like and sort of got in my head, what is it, muscle and steel. I really like that.
Well, the thing is, there's two of us that's
They're
not
laughing
really
at-
muscly or steely.
Interesting. Discuss the moist men. You know.
Yeah.
Ah, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
Very
Copied
good.
it.
Very good.
The moist and the Shrek are my favourite.
Very good. I mean, you know, any Shrek memes are always a win on the internet. Let's be honest.
That's the
Okay
newest
then.
rule of the internet. Shrek means
All right
always
then.
win.
We'll keep thinking.
But yes,
Yes.
thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Laters.
Bye.